I was watching the Nevada game and fucking.
Oh shit, dude! Woo! Right,
dude.
Okay,
they were down 14.
Like, dude, they came back. They were down 9 at the half versus Texas, and then fucking like my dad walked in because I think he went to like Costco. As I'm watching the game, he goes, "Oh, nice." And I was like, "Yeah, dude, cool." But I thought he was like, "Oh, nice, we're not down that bad."
Oh,
so I was like, "Okay." And then he comes back and goes, "All right, what's the score?" I'm like, "We're down 10." He goes, "What the fuck? Are you kidding me?" And I go, I was like, "Well, we were down 9 at half." He goes, No, we were up 9 at half." I go, "You were looking at the wrong score then, dude. We were down 9 at half."
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, okay. Well, then that's not bad. We're doing good.
Yeah, no.
Dude, came back.
The only reason they won though is because the fucking big old tall
Matumbo from fucking.
He fouled out.
Did he?
He wasn't in.
He wasn't much of a factor except for keeping him outside the paint.
Yeah, the fact that he was like 7'5" and could just reach to the top of the backboard.
Yeah, the only thing like I think that really like he did well is he didn't have a lot of offensive boards, but he had a lot of like he just kept him from coming inside the paint.
Yeah, he did.
So basically, it just kept him on the perimeter, and everybody else just. They took random shots or just bad turnovers.
Towards the end, though, you could tell that UNR was like, I don't know, they were double teaming them, and then that's what was leaving the 3-point line open. And that's what Texas was fucking scoring on. It's like, fuck, man.
Dude, that fucking, they were just drilling threes. I'm like, are you kidding me? How does this happen?
They're not supposed to be a 3-point team. They're supposed to suck from the fucking.
They're supposed to be a great defensive team. Yeah. But, like, terrible offense overall. They
averaged like 7 3-pointers a game all year.
Yeah,
I mean that's not absolutely terrible, but it was like the worst in the Big 12.
So, yeah, I mean, well, that's not bad. But I mean, hey, at least Nevada won. But before we get too far in this podcast, let me introduce our guest. We got Tanner. I've been talking about him for a while now. It's just Swaggy P. But I've been saying right now, honestly, dude, you haven't been so swaggy lately. You've been more Cushy P.
Yeah, it's Cushy P for about too long.
It's been about Cushy P since we left Mendo.
I'd say before that.
I don't know. You still had some Swaggy P left in you when it was my last year at Mendo.
I mean,
when I left Mendo, you started fading into Cushy P, dude.
Yeah, I think it's just because of I don't know, got more on the Kush thing, less on the alcohol thing.
Which is good for your body, honestly.
Definitely. I mean, I was really bad on alcohol when I was down there.
Well, I think the tough part is we're 17, 18, like just 18.
Yeah, just turned 18.
Moving out by ourselves with buddies that we grew up from preschool on.
But still, it was like.
And then it's just like, whatever, dude.
Oh, no, I don't think we were ready, to be honest. No, I mean, like, not like physically, like, yeah, we were ready for college. We could play college baseball, but like.
Mentally, I don't think I think.
Yeah, it was just,
lifestyles we had to be thrown into a different state. 500 miles away from our parents with basically no adult supervision.
Yeah, exactly.
Was very trusting of our parents.
And we were all pretty trusting, and we listened to our parents pretty well. We didn't really fucking disobey them.
No, we gave them the reason to let us do that.
Yeah, exactly.
To go 500 miles away, play in a different state of baseball, which we were ready for.
I think we just weren't ready for the whole like. Not having to ask somebody to go do something like that.
We just did it, yeah.
And we got used to that, and it just got carried, tumbled, fucking just kept going.
Well, that was like when we had that. It was our freshman, that sophomore, or the psychology class we had. Where basically we took it and we showed up maybe to what do you mean? 4 whole classes the entire semester.
I showed up to like, I think 2 honestly, and then I didn't go again. You went a couple more times than me just because.
I remember
fucking more determined and
whatnot. I tried.
Yeah.
But I remember like you're like, dude, I'm not going to class. And I was like, fuck, dude. So I remember I'd sit in there for like the first 5 minutes, and the second the teacher started talking to that girl in the first row, I was like,
fucking passed out.
I was like, hey, dude, you at the gym right now? And you're like, yeah. I'm like, hey, I'll meet you there while we work in. And then we work out.
I remember that.
All like, dude, that's when we did like the box jumps up to our titties.
Yep. I remember that. That was what
That was our true freshman year.
So that was the year I redshirted.
Yeah, because your elbow. Was it elbow or shoulder? Elbow. It was both. You had the burst of sack elbow.
Elbow first year, and then by the third year it was because I made it through the whole second year. I mean, I had...
You just pitched through it.
Yeah, I had inflammation and whatnot, but I made it through it. Then the third year, yeah. I made it almost through the whole year. Then I didn't pitch like the last month.
Yeah.
Which sucked because I think we made playoffs actually. No.
Yeah.
Did we? No.
We made playoffs our freshman year.
That's it, huh?
Yeah.
No, we missed it. Yeah, no, we were gonna. I don't remember that shit. Because I mean, I was the bridge guy and Viz was closing.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, we didn't have a setup guy for Viz anymore, and he had to.
Yeah, you lost the bridge, so then he was pitching.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. Viz went from fucking catching to closing.
Yes, that's a weird jump. You don't see that very often.
Especially with his body type.
I don't know though. Kenley Jansen.
That's true.
Jansen.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a catcher.
I guess they have the same body type too. Yeah.
I mean, Kenley Jansen's
fucking beast.
6'5", 6'6".
Viz was never that. But I never saw. He was just like the guy who wanted to dick around the bullpen because he wanted to be a catcher.
Yeah.
And he ended up just throwing.
Yeah.
And could spot up.
Mills fucking liked him. But he had
Mills liked him because he pissed his pants when he partied too hard.
True. True. But he had such like sneaky speed though.
You just threw a heavy ball.
Yeah, it was weird. Like I was way taller and wankier than him, and I figured I'd be able to throw a lot harder. But
I think it's that catcher thing though, of that short compact throw where they're used to throwing hard 62 feet. Yeah, he had the catcher throw. That's why I think like Kenny Jansen's got the same short little kind of throw coming back and in. I think it's because they're used to throwing max speed second from home.
Yeah, every time.
Where we're just used to throwing 60 feet, 6 inches max.
Yeah.
So that's why I think the transition goes over well with speed, like velo.
Velo-wise, yeah. But I mean, you just have to be talented if you can paint your spots.
Oh yeah.
As a catcher.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Dude, speaking of baseball, dude, how was spring training though? Watching the Giants go down, dude.
That was badass. It was good. We watched the Mariners Friday and then the Angels Saturday.
Okay, that's 2 pretty good games.
Yeah.
How are the Angels
Giants,
looking?
Obviously,
that spring training.
Game is spring training, and the thing was they played the Angels again at the Angels field at the same time.
Yeah.
So there's 2 games going on.
Gotcha. So it's a split squad.
Angels had all their stars at
Angel
Stadium, and so did the Giants.
Gotcha.
But Friday, I mean, we got to see pretty much their starting lineup for the opening day. The only person we didn't see, I didn't see him at all, was fucking Evan Longoria.
Oh yeah,
the new third baseman. But I mean, we saw Pablo. Like their Friday starting lineup was Pence. I forgot they even picked up Austin Jackson.
Oh shit,
He's in center field.
Dude, that's a hell of a pickup. That's on the down low.
Kutch is in right field.
Is he in right? Why did they put him there? Just because he's got such range and triples alley covered between the two?
Because he got fucking scoliosis way over in left field. He doesn't have a very good arm.
Oh, Pence?
Yeah.
Scoliosis, boy.
Dude, he's fucking hunched over.
Dude, that's just because he does nothing but back.
Swings fucking like that.
Have you seen his warm-up swings?
Yeah, dude. Fucking McCutcheon already has it down to a T. They had this video on. I saw it on Facebook. But
hey, Dr. Clay, can you pull up for
Giants
to look up?
Giants make fun of own players. Yeah, and they like
of what?
Of
their own players.
Yeah.
So it's McCutcheon make fun of Pence.
It's like their whole team's making fun of each other. Yeah, it's a video.
Is it like on Facebook or? I guess that's like NFL Giants.
Yeah, that's what I hate.
SF Giants. Try just Hunter Pence warm-up swing.
Yeah.
See if that pulls something up for him. Yeah, okay, that top one is the one I'm talking about.
Have you seen McCutcheon?
Will we get pulled if we put that up? Because it's YouTube? No? Okay. Yeah, dude. Look at this shit. It's just like, that's normal. Okay, that's fine. Right here. I was like, what's wrong with this? All of a sudden it's like, I was like, oh my god, how's he not blow his lead knee out?
Well, then he goes up high too. I'm pretty sure.
But like, it looks like he's about to blow that front knee out, where he swings like it's planted so hard.
I've never seen him do it on this like down low like that though.
Yeah.
Because he does one where he goes up like that. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
He's a goofy dude.
No, yeah,
he looks like a kid who they put him on Adderall since he like was 1.
Yeah, but he's been fucking fucked up since he was 1. He had surgery like right when he was born.
Did he really?
Because of his back, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, he was like bent, like his spine was like stuck.
He was just too tight.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called scoliosis. But
well, scoliosis is that curve in the spine.
Yeah, exactly.
So what scoliosis?
Yeah, so
damn,
yeah,
just severe scoliosis.
Fucking McCutcheon makes fun there's a video that the Giants made.
Yeah.
And it's all their players making fun of each other.
Yeah.
By like doing their swings or
the tendencies.
Yeah, exactly. And McCutcheon has fucking Hunter Pence's swing down like oh, it is so funny.
Well, think about it. He's probably been making fun of that swing for so long.
But the fact that he was never on the same team as him though, like
yeah, but think about it. He played Pirates and Pence played Phillies.
Yeah, so
and then he played.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it's been all National League teams for both of them, so he sees them a lot.
He does.
So I'm sure he's sitting out there watching them warm up, spring training and shit.
Yeah, I mean, and the Phillies and Pirates are in the same.
No, they're not.
No,
Pirates are in Central, Phillies are in East.
Yeah, but I mean, all right, they're the same state.
No, they're not. Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh Pirates is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Philadelphia is in Pennsylvania.
Whoa. Pittsburgh's not in Pennsylvania, is it?
Yeah.
Dude, culture me, Dr. Clay, culture me.
Swear to God.
Dude, I feel like you're right now that I'm saying this.
Yeah.
I feel like a fucking idiot.
There it is.
Yeah,
they're in the same state, dude.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for getting me cultured, dude. I'm sitting here going, oh, fuck, you are right. I don't know why I wanted to think, like, just because you like with the Central.
No, yeah.
I never had like an idea, but I'm always thinking like Central, where you cut it up for like baseball,
like towards St. Louis, more.
Dead center, yeah, like around St. Louis, Ohio. I'm like, well, I know it's not in Ohio,
yeah,
and I know it's not in Illinois or Michigan or fucking any of those ones, and it doesn't make sense for it to be in Nebraska or Oklahoma.
It made me second guess myself. I was like, wait a minute.
It's one of those ones where you're like, if you think about it in sports terms, you're like, dude, it's not fucking Pennsylvania.
You never say actual Pennsylvania for either one of those
Pittsburgh.
teams. Yeah, same.
Pittsburgh Pirates, Pittsburgh Steelers, Pittsburgh Penguins.
Same with Philadelphia Flyers, Sixers, Phillies.
Yeah, it's always Philly.
Eagles.
Dude, speaking of Philly, I'm wearing my Patty's Pub.
That is tomorrow, huh?
Dude, St. Patty's Day. Why do you think I'm dressed out in the green Blackhawks and drinking me some Guinness, dude?
I didn't think about that.
That's all right.
I'll be at work tomorrow, though, so I'll be wearing green.
Nice. Yeah, I'm going to wear my Patty's Pub from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Nice.
So it's going to say PA Philadelphia.
Nice. That'll be good.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
What are you doing tomorrow? Like anything special?
We're going to do the crawl, I think.
There's a crawl tomorrow?
Yeah, it's a leprechaun crawl. But you haven't been drinking since Halloween, dude?
Yeah.
Is that just because you're on the body? What is that? I've seen that.
Bodybuilding. There's a free shirt for ordering online, yeah.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah.
I thought you guys were getting sponsored now. Like you and Rollin and Butler.
I wish.
Just ordering shit, yet. They send it to you.
Yeah, you have to order like $75 worth and you get to pick a free item.
And so you pick the shirt.
There's shirts, there's fucking blender bottles, there's like pull straps.
Got the wrist straps and stuff for lifting.
I just got a fitness log because I had everything else on there.
Nice, yeah. But might as well.
And yeah.
There you go, dude. I need to get back in the gym. I just got cleared
from the shoulder.
From shoulder.
How's that going?
It's a little rough at times.
But you're right or left?
Left shoulder.
Left.
Yeah. So like I had the surgery on it. Just got cleared last Thursday.
Okay.
To be able to go over 10 pounds. But I mean, surgery was in November.
Was it really?
Yeah, surgery was in November. So it was like I was in a sling for forever. I was in.
What was it? Your labrum?
Yeah, labrum.
Front or back?
It was a slap tear. So superior and anterior
that's what I
labral
had
tear.
on I had a slap tear on my fucking. That's what I had on my UCL.
Yeah.
And they gave me the decision to
opt rehab like PT because I did PT prior to it.
See, I've done PT twice on my elbow.
Yeah, I've done PT on the elbow because I had I was supposed to have that Tommy John's, but then when I got the concussion at Mendo, then not throwing, I guess like I talked to surgeons, like there's a lot of fraying on your UCL, but a lot of it is just because like how tight it is in that orbital collateral slot between the two. I'm getting all fucking science talky on you guys, but it's because like the orbital collateral nerve was running right through here.
Fucking Tommy John?
No, so it was supposed to be. So I went in to go get it, and then the doctor was going to send me to Okinawa, which is the Giants surgeon, to do Tommy John. He goes, well, actually, I have an elbow surgeon who just like signed on with us. Do you want him to do like a free consultant since you're seeing me right now? We're like, yeah, sure. He does some testing. He goes, it's interesting. Are you getting like tingling numb pain? I'm like, yeah. And then so we did some tests, and it ends up like the orbital collateral nerve was pushing on that UCL ligament, so it's fraying it between the two like bone joints of the radius and the ulna, and the ulna is the bone here, or the ulna is actually this one, but where it all connects in here, it was like humerus. That's this fucking bone. I should know that. So it was fucking getting real tight in here with the nerve and the tendon. So they go, well, we'll just do a ulnar nerve relocation. So now the ulnar nerve sits above the elbow joint right here. So my nerve, so my funny bone runs normal, and then it jumps up over.
Have you had that?
The ulnar bone.
Smashing right there and getting the fucking funny bone.
Dude, like just pushing on it right now, I can feel it tingling up my arm. So it runs up and over weird. And then back into the slot. And he goes, by doing that, it should relieve pressure.
Your ligament's still in the slot though? Yeah,
my ligament's still there. So the nerve just got moved out because he goes, it's just way too tight in there, probably from being double jointed in the way I threw. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, dude. So I was like, that's a nice surgery, because basically I was like, all right, what's the rehab? And he goes, straighten your arm out and then see if you can throw. And I tried throwing like the first time, I'm like, oh fuck, my shoulder's just shit.
Your shoulder.
So I had the MRIs and surgery on that.
That's your second shoulder surgery though, yeah.
That's the first shoulder surgery. I'm hoping the last. I have 5 surgeries.
You've had knee surgery, haven't you?
Yeah, so I had the ganglion cyst wrist reconstruction when playing muck dogs. Then I had bucket tear on my meniscus with a cyst on the ACL joint. Hernia surgery. Elbow surgery for a relocated ligament, and then shoulder. I'm hoping I'm done.
I swear you had another shoulder surgery. That's it. Has Ryan had shoulder surgery?
No, he had the elbow. He had the Tommy John's.
And knee, both.
Yeah, we both had knees and elbow.
Yeah, I was just telling you. That was my first surgery. My fucking meniscus.
All from your jump, right? Is that where it started?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Fucking drunk on the fucking river on some rocks trying to get back to fucking
jump and
dry land. Well, like, I was gonna land, so like where I hit the corner like of the concrete right in the middle of my foot.
Yeah, and then hope the momentum just pushes you up and over. Yeah.
But I jumped with my lead foot too far and it landed on top and it slid. Yeah. And I fucking like
splits the
fucking concrete corner and fucking bent my knee, and that's where that fat scar
I remember
on my
that
shin.
scar, dude.
Yeah. That's where that came from. That was stupid.
I don't know, we've done a lot of dumb shit when we're drunk.
Yeah. This is another reason why I don't drink.
I still do.
Yeah.
But in moderation most of the time.
Most of the time.
Dude, I just can't give up Louis, dude. I can't give up Louis.
I've only been to Louis once, I think. Twice, maybe. One time Jake ran away.
Yeah, Jake drove home fucking drunk while I'm outside with you puking.
Oh, yeah.
That was after the McGregor-Mayweather fight, dude.
That was a while ago.
Dude, that was back in softball. Speaking of softball.
October or August, September. Yeah, we
that was like September. So we missed this one.
Spring, yeah. So we'll probably try doing
our June, August league.
Fall, whatever. Summer, whatever.
Late summer league, whatever.
Yeah.
So Ryan, oh yeah. I think everyone knows why Ryan's not here, right, Dr. Clay?
Actually, one of
the. Yeah, okay, so where the hell is fucking Chamberlain, fucking aka Ryan? He decided to blow you off and me off for a fantasy baseball draft. So there's the love, you guys. Fantasy baseball draft with his buddies. That's where he is right now. So I'm a little peeved about it, but it's understandable, because it's a $50 buy-in though.
Yeah, but he has a partner.
Yeah, he's got a partner to do it for him. What the fuck?
Have his partner pick the team.
Who's this future fucking wifey?
no
Dude. Hey, Ryan's future wifey.
That's so funny.
He definitely would like to see you, but most likely interested, and he's gonna love that. I'd say he's 80.
He's already interested.
He's already future wifey. He's interested.
Yeah.
He's already interested. Yeah. Let's be honest. He's just gonna ask to be a superficial asshole. What she look like?
Fucking damn.
Yeah. No. Okay. Back to this whole thing. I was saying you got the most flow. Me probably second, and Ryan. You haven't seen him in a hot minute, but he's growing his hair out too.
Is he really?
Yeah. So. We're doing a co-ed team right now with Tristan and her family, Ryan and John and all them.
Yeah.
And he's got his hair growing long. He goes, "What's up, Flo Bro?"
Flo Bro.
So I think we need to be the Flo Bros on softball.
Create a new team.
No, just like the three of us be like Flo Bros and have a handshake when one of us does well.
How long is his hair?
Dr. Clay, how long would you? It's longer than Clay's right now. It's longer than Dr. Clay's.
Way longer. His goes like down
His will go down to like his just past his nose to his lip and everything. Like mine's covering like I can wrap it under my chin.
Same.
I just haven't trimmed it at all. Yeah, see, there's Flo Bro's hair, dude. There it is, dude.
It's pretty good.
It looks like because it's curly.
Was that Tuesday?
No, this was Monday's podcast.
Or Monday.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Look at him.
I was saying we gotta get the Flo Bros going.
The lead.
We gotta do the Flo Bros, and we gotta have like a Flo Bro handshake that we all do, when one of us does well.
I'm down.
So like obviously it's probably gonna be you and I hitting bombs.
And Ryan hitting duck farts over.
Duck fart walk offs though.
Walk offs.
Dude,
we did have a walk off.
We did, yeah. We talked about it with Jake. He's still butthurt to this day.
Who, Jake?
No, Ryan is still butthurt to this day that we didn't celebrate his walk off. How many times has he talked about it on here? Like 4 times.
Really?
4 times on here. He goes, "Dude, you know what? I understand you guys all played baseball. You guys are all doing really good. And I hit a fucking walk-off because Mike hits a triple." And I'm like, "No, motherfucker, I got this."
What?
And he goes,
"I go up to bat." Game of the season.
It's like our second or third last game of the season. And he goes like, "I fucking got this." And he hits a walk-off and he goes, "I literally bat flip it, Kurt Gibson it down to first and get there, and I'm start like fist bumping, and you guys are already high-fiving the other team. No celebration, no nothing." And then I'm like, "Oh, maybe they're just keeping it in for their team, not to like gloat." And then I get in the dugout and you guys are like, "Hey, good job, you guys, good game." And then you all just get out of there and leave. He was so pissed. Still is.
That's so funny. Why did he never say anything?
Because he's like, maybe I'm the one who's being over dramatic, but I've never had a walk off before. He goes, maybe you guys are just like, we shouldn't have lost. Like it should have been that close.
Oh man, he should have said something to us.
Yeah, he after the game he goes, "Hey man, what's up, dude? Like, is everyone so pissed?" I was like, "Because we should have won by like 20 against that team." He goes, "Yeah, but dude, I had a walk off. We still won." I go, "Yeah, dude, the walk off was pretty sick." He goes, "Well, thanks for fucking acknowledging it, dude." You guys all got to the cars, left.
Oh, man.
He's sitting out there, "Hey man, you want a drink?" "Yeah, sure, I'll drink with you."
Probably went home and cried that night because we didn't celebrate.
He's still upset about it. So we brought it with Jake too. So sorry to repeat for the people who listened to it.
What did Jake say about it?
He goes, "Oh fuck, dude, you should have said something." He goes, "All right, well next time if you hit like a walk off, like we'll celebrate with you." And he goes, No, dude.
Doggy pile.
He goes, "If I ever hit a home run, I'm not gonna be the guy who just goes to first base and gets the ball. I'm gonna do the most ignorant shit. I'm gonna run the bases. I'm gonna cartwheel them. I don't care if they take away my home run for being an ignorant asshole. I'm doing practicing? It. Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. Dude, he's never hit a home run in his life.
Yeah, but I mean, he was getting it down by the end of the season. He had that one game that I think almost hit the fence, like 2 hop the fence.
He talked about that one too.
Oh yeah, he's talking. Dude, he lives for softball.
Got it all in his brain.
Dude, his whole thing, he's like, please don't cut me from the team. He's like, I know I'm not the best, but I got on base consistently. He goes, I got on base consistently. I wasn't afraid to take the walk. I got on base. I'm not the greatest in the field. Just don't cut me from the team. Let me play. I'll play the minimum.
I can't believe he fucking remembers that much about it, though.
Dude, he loves it.
Yeah, I can tell.
I love it, but not like he does.
No. Yeah, fucking.
To us, it's like a substitute from baseball.
Yeah, it's like a little. Exactly. It's to make it so it's not so hard not to play baseball, but.
I mean, it's fun. I get jonesing, dude, and like practices go on. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, like let's go.
But fucking like, you're trying to go practice right now, and it just snowed a foot outside. I ain't trying to do that.
Well, we're gonna go to Tommy's grandstand and just do like
slow pitch.
Yeah, because I'm playing with people who haven't played since high school.
Oh, is this the co-ed team?
Yeah, our co-ed team.
What? So I'm gonna be in fucking batting practice, but not for the fucking.
No,
podcast.
He goes, oh, I might be to batting practice. Depends on if.
How fucking long does a fucking.
Dude,
fantasy
honestly,
baseball draft
he could have showed up late to this.
What time did it start?
Yeah, do you know what time it started, Dr. Clay? No. Ryan's fantasy shit.
It's 4:30 or 5.
Okay, it takes maybe an hour.
Depends.
They're doing old style paper pen.
Oh, really?
That fuck.
Never mind. That's good.
He's gonna be drunk. He's not showing up to practice.
No, yeah, that's gonna take forever.
The only thing that's gonna make him show up to practice is if I say I'm gonna buy him a beer at Tommy's grandstand.
Nah, he'll be too drunk.
No, he'll go. He'll get it right, dude. You don't understand. We had back when I was working at Sportsman's full time. We had like a full time a manager's like dinner out at like Buffalo Wild Wings. He had the day off. I worked. And it was the day Packers played the Giants in playoffs. And so he goes, I literally woke up that morning with the heartbreak the Packers have had against the Giants in playoffs and started drinking. He goes, I drank a bottle of Bullet, like bourbon.
Yeah.
I drank a bottle of Bullet bourbon plus Coors Light. And he goes, I took a full can when like the Giants scored a touchdown of Coors Light. I just cracked it and I threw it against the wall. They ended up winning the game. Packers ended up winning the game. So I called him like after. I'm like, hey man, I'm like, we still going to the employee like dinner at Buffalo Wild Wings? And he goes, I don't know, man. Well, I text him like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know, man. I'm kind of drunk. And I was like, well, I can pick you up if you need me to. You don't have to drive.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah. Well, I'm pretty drunk. I'm like, hey man, it's free food. And he goes, you're right, dude. Pick me up. So I go, okay. So I pick him up, and we just got a new store manager, like that week.
This is for fucking
Sportsman's Warehouse, yeah.
Okay.
So we just got a new store manager. We just got a new like front end cashiers, customer service manager, and so basically we're like meeting them, even though we like know them from like different companies and stuff. They came here, and so I pick him up. He's fucking hammered. Timmy, who's been on the podcast, he's like, hey man, make sure he's okay, dude. Like, don't let him do anything dumb. I'll look after him. He's not driving. He goes, okay, cool. So we drive out to the Buffalo Wild Wings and Sparks. We get there, and he's fucking hammered drunk. Barely orders fries and wings.
He fucking passes out.
Orders a beer.
More?
Sitting there, and it's like the post like game interviews and stuff, and they're pulling up like Randall Cobb. That's Timmy right there. So they pull up like Randall Cobb, and he's wearing like a jean jacket, and he's talking about the game. And Ryan's like, "Oh fuck yeah, man! That's my boy Randall Cobb, looking fresh as fuck in the jean jacket." With all of these managers and full-time employees who decided to show up to this thing at the dinner, and then he's like talking shit about the game and everything. He goes, "Hey guys, I made a sad playlist in case the Giants beat the Packers today, so I was gonna cry. So I made a playlist. I got drunk at 9:00.
What? Why did he think the Packers were gonna lose?
Because they lost like the last 2 postseason games to the Giants. So he was like heartbroken as a kid, and he brought this over. So then he'll explain it better. But then he looks at like the new customer service manager because he's talking shit. This was when Ohio State didn't score a touchdown in one of their bowl games or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And one of the store managers or one of the hunting managers is a diehard Ohio State fan. He just goes, "Hey Marvin, how do you like that the Ohio State didn't see the end zone at all on Friday?" And so he's talking shit like that. And then he goes, "Hey, Danny, we're kind of friends, right?" Danny goes, "Eh," and he goes, "Well, fuck you."
Who was Danny?
Danny's a customer service manager.
Ryan liked the photo.
Yeah, dude, he's fucking drunk, just hammering at this game. I'm trying not to like laugh so hard. And he gets up and finally he does his drunk and he goes, "Hey guys, I'm sorry I'm so drunk right now. Troy's gonna take me home."
What did the new managers think?
She goes, "That's fine. Like, I'll see you. Just don't show up like this to work tomorrow."
Yeah.
He goes, "I won't. It's okay."
The next day?
On Monday, yeah.
Oh, that's shitty.
Yeah, brand new manager. Well, fuck you.
You said that to a manager?
What?
You said that to a manager?
Yeah.
They didn't do nothing?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
He talked a lot of shit to a lot of Well, he's a receiving manager himself. But he's like the toilet bowl of managers at the store, essentially. Yeah.
Cleans them too.
And he cleans the toilet bowls too.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, when our janitor's not there, he's cleaning the shitters.
Oh, that's shitty. Right. That's funny.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's good.
Man.
Dude, so okay, let me recuperate. Before the podcast, we're talking about like some Zeppelin fucking music and shit. And how Robert Plant just started out when he was 17. And then fucking John Bottom, John Paul Jones, and Jimmy Page making the band and shit.
Yeah.
Now, you listen to Jerry obviously all the time. Like, can you believe, like, oh, speaking of which, we had a fan question. Sorry, total like tangent sidetrack. We had a fan question on Monday asking what was the final, like, if you could only listen to one genre of music, is how we interpreted the question. What like genre of music would it be? Ryan and I both said rap. I'm kind of like second guessing myself right now, and I might have to change it to rock. I love rap, dude. Don't get me wrong. I love my Biggie, love my Tupac, Nate Dogg, Snoop Dogg, Wu-Tang Clan, like a bunch of 90s. I love fucking Kendrick, Logic.
Rest of my life?
Rest of life, you can only listen to one genre of music. So you have one single Pandora station. You got one Pandora station, and it's a genre.
Probably, honestly, reggae.
Reggae, dude? That's all you get the rest of your life, though.
Yeah.
Matisiahu? Matisiahu?
He's
Revolution, Iration?
More island reggae,
Dude, no Revolution?
Well,
I mean, it's gonna fall into the category.
It's close. That's like West Coast reggae, but like I'd say more like Pepper's from Hawaii.
Okay, yeah.
But see, they're still kind of more rock reggae. But
dude, I don't know if I could do reggae. I was at Lake Shasta.
See,
Go for it.
But it's more. I feel like it's. I said reggae though because the music. It just. I don't know if I'd ever get over the sounds of reggae. Just
I like the
calming
sounds.
It is.
I do. I definitely love the sounds because I was out at Shasta with Sam.
Yeah.
We were houseboat and we had like a boat out there and we're playing because it was before like, fuck dude, it was probably like 2011. So it's before like a bunch of like radios had auxes in them and stuff. Mm-hmm. So basically you're finding a station on a lake. And the best station we found was like a reggae one. So we're jamming out on the boat, blasting reggae music. But after like 3 hours, maybe it's just because I'm on a boat and I really can't hear the lyrics, but you hear the beat and stuff. I'm like, it kind of sounds like EDM shit where you're like, fuck, dude, I don't know if this is like very different at all. Like, it sounds like the same thing. And Sam goes, dude, EDM? Fucking thank God. Can you just change? I'm like, dude, I'm about to because I like it. It's very relaxing. But all I'm hearing is just like the reggae like beat.
EDM though.
Yeah,
that's what it sounded like.
Kind of, not like music, but I'm saying like you could compare it to. It's just kind of beats and tones is all I'm hearing.
I know what you're saying.
Because I couldn't hear the lyrics while I'm driving the boat.
Everyone says all EDM songs sound the same.
Yeah, it's not really they're all the same, but like if you can't really like tune into every song. It's just like all I'm hearing is just bump bump da, da, bump 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 da,
you're hearing the same
bump,
thing.
bump, 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 and you're just like, what the fuck? All I'm listening to is the same fucking thing over and over and over.
I can see that with reggae.
That's the only thing where I was like, I can't do reggae. I like it, obviously, but
it would have to be reggae or rap though.
See, I love country, but country's basically turned into pop.
Old school country, yeah.
That's when I was like 90s country. But how many 90s country songs can you listen to over a lifetime and just?
Oh no, I couldn't do country.
But that's where I was like, I could do rap.
Yeah,
kind of pretty much all genres, like it's all genres of rap. But then I can go like all generations of rap too. But same thing with rock. Think about it, like No More Zeppelin, Sabbath. Breaking Benjamin, Avenged Sevenfold. Yeah, like you're losing a ton of music and culture. No more Rolling Stones, Aerosmith.
There's a lot of fucking old rock bands that suck not to listen to anymore. But
Van Halen, Pink Floyd, Jimi Hendrix. Fuck, dude. Think about it. If you're tripping, all you guys reggae listen to. No more Pink Floyd.
See, the tripped on Pink Floyd enough though.
That's true, but at least with rap. You can trip to like some like.
See, I don't like rapping, tripping.
You gotta do some. You gotta do some like soulful rap though, like ghetto gospel. Tupac, dude.
I'm not trying to listen to the Sunday slow jams out here.
This isn't Sunday slow jams.
I'm tripping on some mushrooms.
Nah, dude, you just gotta make your own beat in your head, but all you're gonna have beats in your head is gonna be reggae.
Yeah, dude, you can just like.
That's true.
Fall off of fucking just go to a random island in your head, dude. See, that's why I like reggae. It really paints a picture. Like when you hear reggae, you think of something like tropical. Like that's really the only thing you can really.
You always think of bright happiness.
Exactly, and it's I don't know when you're tripping, it's just amplified because it's your brain's working that much more, and it's I don't know. It's fun to drift away, like Uncle Cracker would say.
Just let me drift away. You can listen to Uncle Cracker, bro.
What?
No more Shrek.
Fucking, I don't even know what genre that is. Pop?
That would be like alternative.
Alternative?
Does that count as a genre?
What alternative?
Yeah. Alternative, that count as like a genre?
It's a sub-genre, I guess.
Yeah, because it could be like alternative rock.
That's true. Alternative rock, alternative punk.
Yeah.
So I guess you'd have, I don't know. So I'm going back and forth between Zeppelin and rap right now, or what I would just pick as a main genre.
Zeppelin?
No. Like, because I've been, I said Zeppelin, like rock, but I've been enjoying Zeppelin, like, the fuck out of Zeppelin right now. Like, A Whole Lot of Love.
Yeah, but
Black Dog, Cashmere, Stairway to Heaven.
I feel like you would choose rock, though, if you wanted to, like, focus more on the music, because with rap, you can. There's a lot of rap, like lyrical rappers out there that it's fun to try and listen to their message rather than the beat.
Yeah.
And I don't think you really get to do that with rock because it's more.
No, you get to listen to the beat though, like because rock's I get you is more lyrical in that sense.
No, raps. Yeah, no, yeah, rap's more lyrical.
You're saying rap? No, I don't know. Certain rap songs, you're like, I like the beat. They do always have. True. Every song's got a message, especially the bigger names have a bigger message.
Oh, not in rap. Rap these days is fucking dog shit.
Dude, you remember fucking Tyler the Creator and Odd Future Wolfgang Kill 'Em All?
Yeah, when they first came out.
Dude, what the fuck happened to them?
Well, I mean, Tyler just came out with the album in 2017.
Did he?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Fuck, man, why don't I hear about this? Am I so anti-culture now?
Apparently, because it got pretty big, I'm pretty sure. Pretty popular in the rap.
Damn, dude. I was just thinking about it in the shower this morning. I was like, what the fuck, dude? I haven't heard any, like, Odd Future Wolfgang Kill 'Em All.
There's some fucking.
Dude, I remember Earl, songs. Tyler, Haji Beats, dude.
That's funny. Look what Miles Yahoo's up on my phone right now.
That's what's up.
I like Miles Yahoo.
Yeah. Who was it? Tyler the Creator.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I was like, can you believe that Jimmy Page started out in Zeppelin, like creating the band with John Paul Jones and Robert Plant, who's what we got?
Just all those with the
that new album logo.
That's okay. The Flower Boy. That's what it is. He's got it right there.
All right, I'm gonna check that out on the drive home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
could you imagine that like Robert Plant wasn't even the first pick for Zeppelin? So he wasn't even the first pick for the vocalist for Zeppelin, but he's got like just these iconic vocals.
See, but it's we think they're iconic because he's the only one we've heard. Maybe that first guy they chose had a better voice.
No, he's a famous guy. I can't think of who it was. Hey, can you pull that up? Who was Zeppelin's first choice for lead singer or lead vocals? However the best way to pull that up is.
But you know what I mean, though. Like we think his voice is the one though, because that's all we've ever heard.
That's true.
But maybe that first. See, I don't know though.
But see, like I mean, think of like when he really hits those pipes, like on A Whole Lot of Love, when he's like way down
I
inside.
think he's been doing that since he was
You
fucking.
need, but he was 17 when they picked him up to have those kind of vocals. Like I love the way someone described it best was like it's the Tarzan vocals.
I feel like it's almost Terry Reid, huh?
Terry Reid, no, that's not who they picked first. He was like a big name dude. It was on the. They talked about it on Joe Rogan's.
Did he get turned down?
He turned them down.
Yeah, let's see.
Turned down Jimmy Page. Well, I think. Okay,
But
Who do you think-
recommended-
what?
He recommended someone else.
Terry Reid did.
Yeah, whoever the guy is that turned him down.
Yeah, he probably recommended Robert Plant. Okay, who do you think?
Yeah.
Like, who was it? John Paul Jones is the bassist of Zeppelin.
Terry Reid. It was Terry Reid.
Okay, so it was Terry Reid.
Yeah,
So-
he recommended.
Robert Plant. Yeah, so he was their number 2 pick at 17 years old. But yeah, dude. So okay, back to my question is, who do you think is like top like guitarist all time?
That's
Van Halen.
fucking hard.
I gotta say my 1 and 2 is Hendrix and Jimmy Page.
Van Halen. I think.
See, I don't know. I gotta.
You going Eddie Van Halen is number 1?
Top 3.
Top 3, yeah. Okay, I give it to.
Top 3. No, see, I got.
I don't know about top 3 actually. That's tough.
Yeah, it was.
Define
Jimmy-
skill.
I think Jimmy's number 1. I'm
Jimmy
sorry.
Page
No,
or
Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix.
Hendrix number 1.
So I think Jimi Hendrix has got to be number 1 overall. Just
I,
the,
yeah.
the lifespan he had, how short he was, and how talented.
And he's a singer too.
Oh yeah, and then I'd say so Jimi Hendrix and then Jimmy Page, number 2, 1 and 2. After watching the live concert of
I would give
Zeppelin,
Jimmy Page is top 3, but he's fighting for me with Eric Clapton.
Okay.
now Clapton's up there. What about Santana though?
Mm,
Maybe he's in top
It's like
10.
it's like a different.
He's
genre
like top
almost.
10 guitars.
Yeah, but
Well,
it's
'cause-
like almost like half Spanish, half rock.
Yeah. Well, what's the thing? It's like you can only play. How many chords are there that you can actually play? And it's just like the order and way you play. Can you pull that up? Do you know it?
Yeah.
How many chords can you play on a guitar? Like how many actual like
Probably like
chords are there
40,
on a guitar? No, I think it's less than that.
really,
I think it's like 15 chords.
32.
It's probably in the 30s.
5 chords.
Okay.
So it's 5 chords you can play on guitar.
Hold on.
So yeah, you have
5
E, G,
5 major chords.
5 major chords. So then basically everything else is a subchord. So you have a G sharp, A sharp, G minor, A
Yeah.
minor. So basically you have 5 chords you're playing
5. That's
on a
fucking
guitar.
ridiculous.
You have 5
Well, I know
chords,
if I can-
and all it is you're hitting sharps.
Because AC/DC
Well-
only uses like 3 of them in their songs.
Yeah. So think about it, like you only have 5 chords to play with. I guess that
That's
makes sense.
okay.
Those are your strings. Those are your chords. So you have 5 chords to play with. That's
Now
fucking
there's
dumb.
now there's 6 chords, strings.
Oh,
Yeah, you use them to make a chord, you know.
That's true.
Just 3 to make
'Cause you
one
need-
chord.
Yeah.
yeah. So you have 5 chords to play with, but then you have this plethora of options to play it in, like a minor, a sharp,
Yeah.
whatever.
But then there's just single notes too, and that's where I feel like the best guitarists of all time
Yeah.
come in, is where they can just fucking bust out single notes with their fingers because it's just so fast.
And that's where I feel like Jimmy Page and Hendrix really hammered those out.
true.
Clapton,
True.
I definitely say is way up there.
He fucking. Oh no, he separated himself when he fucking broke out his the tube thing that he puts in his mouth. What song is that?
Do you feel?
Do you feel like I do?
Like I do.
Yeah, that's such a good song.
But think about it, they probably didn't have that technology going into it at their prime.
Who? Eric Clapton's pretty old.
Hendrix and Page.
Hendrix was what? Mid-70s? Early
He was
80s?
he was early 70s, I think.
Was he?
Zeppelin was definitely early 70s. Yeah, Dr. Clay's on it. He's helping us out. So Dr. Clay, Hendrix, Prime, Wikipedia. Yeah, so he 63 to 70.
He was a 60s rocker, goddamn.
Yeah. And then, dude, All Along the Watchtower is probably the best cover of all time. Or not All Along the Watchtower, it's fuck, you know what I'm talking about.
Psychedelic rock.
Fuck. What's the one I'm trying to think of? It's a cover that Jimi Hendrix does. He does it better than
who?
Fuck. Now I gotta look. Apple Music, don't let me down.
Have you seen that big old fucking black dude in the bar somewhere? Does a cover of Jimi Hendrix.
Jimmy Buffett. Right.
Living Color.
No.
Blue Hairs. Little Wing. Oh. Stevie Ray. Yeah.
It's fuck, I should know this, dude. It's like his number one hit, pretty much.
Red Hot Chili Peppers?
No. Is it All Along the Watch? Oh, it is All Along the Watchtower. Okay, who else looks up who else sings All Along the Watchtower, if you can. It definitely is All Along the Watchtower. Yeah. It's fuck, I should know it too. No, Jimi Hendrix is the cover. Look up the original. He does the original or cover. Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan was the original. Bob Dylan, have you heard that?
Yeah.
It's not fucking good compared to
No, I
Hendrix.
haven't heard Bob Dylan.
Dude, alright. If you play it, you're gonna get pulled. We're gonna get pulled, aren't you? Alright, so I'll pull it up here.
Dude, it's crazy.
It sucks ass.
How do you know if you're gonna get pulled? Does it show you something?
It's too good of quality.
It's content wise quality, yeah.
Really?
So if we pull up on like YouTube and it's something like it'll get flagged.
No, yeah.
So like if I pull up on Apple Music, then we can't get flagged. Yeah.
Apple Music.
I bought Apple Music and I've been playing for it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Dude, his voice. Nah, this is gonna be terrible.
Dude, it's awful. Let's see, Jimmy Buffett or Bob Dylan right here. Okay.
Oh, you gotta listen to that little Dickie song. You got it.
Listen, dude, he's even got the harmonica in it. Dude, that's exactly how it goes.
Bob Dylan, man. He's terrible.
There must be some way out of here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude.
There's too much
Confusion.
Oh, Jimmy.
Okay, now listen to this. This is the best.
Yeah, this is way better.
Best cover of all time, right here. Oh, right there, little Hendrix, man. There must be some kind of way out of here. The Joker to the thief. Dude,
That's probably. No.
fuck, dude. That's an
you
iconic
heard
song because it just basically
Old-
labels Vietnam.
Old Joe, I think it's called by Jimi Hendrix.
No,
That's a good one.
is it? Oh, maybe I have.
But look up Old Joe cover. Black guy. I don't know if that's.
Black guy. Look up the black guy. Yeah, dude.
It might not be called Old Joe. It might just
Actually-
be called Joe.
You know what might be up there with one of the best covers of all time with All Along the Watchtower?
Put in Jimi Hendrix in there too.
You know what might be one of the best covers of all time up there with All Along the Watchtower, Jimi Hendrix?
Hey Joe, that's what it.
We talked about it. Oh, I've heard Hey Joe.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Now look up Hey Joe cover.
We talked about it last week. It was Johnny Cash's Hurt. Hurt is a cover from 9 Inch Nails. 9 Inch Nails originally did Hurt. And then Johnny Cash did a cover of Hurt.
Really?
Yeah. So that's up there with probably one of the best covers of all time. I think.
Wait, yeah, that top one right there.
Are we going to get pulled for this one? No.
Look at this. Look at this guy.
Dude.
Didn't even barely reach the strings.
Dude, he's at full extension.
Oh,
Have
dude.
you seen some of those people?
Dude, but watch this. This is ridiculous. You know the song, yeah?
Yeah, I know the song, man. Dude, he's got NCAA March Madness playing in the background.
Yeah. But this is like from like 3 years ago, though. I tried to see what teams they were, but I couldn't really figure it out. There you go. See, it zooms in a little bit.
Oh, that's Cal, dude.
No,
Cal's
it's Carolina.
Is it Carolina?
South Carolina and someone.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because it's maroon. See the maroon on the scoreboard on
Yeah,
the
but is
bottom?
it South Carolina versus Cal?
Oh, it might actually
Or
be
Michigan, South Carolina?
Because it's blue and yellow jerseys.
That one.
See it? Just, yeah.
Ooh,
It's
here we
his,
go.
it's his guitar solo. It's fucking.
It's fire, dude.
Yeah.
He's not bad on vocals either, though.
No, yeah, like. It's. The only thing I gotta say about this video, like you'll see why when it's done, but like you almost want to just go in there and be like, hey man, fucking start eating right so you can continue doing this with your life.
Oh, he gets fucking hard of breathing.
No, you can tell he gets out of breath, but like you could just watch how good he is. Like you'll be like, damn, you could definitely do something with this, but if you just keep living like that,
Yeah,
it's-
dude. Have you seen? You can turn the volume down on this. I want to keep watching it though on the down low.
yeah, I'll let you know when the solo comes in.
But dude, have you ever seen like somebody like that is so morbidly obese that, not to be a dick, but you kind of look at him and you're like, one, how did you let yourself get that far? But two, like, how do you pee? Because your hands go mid belly.
You gotta sit
Because your
down,
mans
huh?
are sitting like mid belly, like full out right here. They
Yeah.
basically rest on your gut.
I mean,
Do you
fucking
basically go in the
drop
shower?
him
Do you have to just go in the shower and pee?
You drop them and fucking lift it up. Or...
Well, think about because their legs are strong, but they're still. What? Oh, yeah. We can do that in a second. But yeah, no, that's like my one thing that I was thinking is like, dude, how do you fucking? I mean, because you remember Mikey Mendoza?
Yeah.
He said that one of his, I think it was like a football coach he had. Oh, is this the part right here?
Yeah.
Hey, you put the volume back on for me right here? We're still watching that video Swaggy P pulled up. Oh, shit, dude. He's grooving.
Like the rest of this video is a solo. It shows you how long he goes. Yeah.
Damn, dude. How much time we got left in this video?
4 or 5 minutes.
Shit, dude. Alright, so the video is 7 minutes and 11 seconds, and we're at 2:55 right now. Are they seeing this right now, or is it just us? Have they seen it, or did they? Okay. Yeah, so if you guys want to check out the rest of it, I think we're going to take a piss break real quick, and I'll come back to that one thought I had about, like, Mikey's coach I was going to tell you about. So let's do a quick piss and
Sounds
rehydrate
good.
break, and we'll get right back into it, dude.
Sweet.
We still good on sound? Still good on sound?
We're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
We good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, Gucci.
Maybe. Yeah.
Mike's good. Check.
Works.
Fucking works, dude. We'll just fucking roll with it.
But,
All right, dude. So I guess we're back from our pistol break. We had to drain the main vein. Sorry about that. So piss, drip on you, dude. We had to go a little R. Kelly in the bathroom.
Nah. We didn't do that.
Well, it was peeing, dude.
Not on me.
Not on
you.
16-year-old girls.
Yeah, no.
That's disgusting.
That's gross.
Anyways, okay. So where I left off was Mikey, that we played ball with. I think he said it was like one of his football coaches. He said, because you know how like in high school you got to have a coach that works at the school, just like to be on there to like supervise what's going on with the kids, kind of thing. I think that's why. Yeah. They had a coach that I guess worked there that was so fat that like during lunch and stuff he'd go home and like, well, if he was so fat, like if he had to take a shit, he'd have to go home, poop, and then hop in the shower to wipe his butt.
Wipe himself.
Yeah, because he couldn't reach underneath.
Having to shower every time you shit,
dude. Honestly,
that's like what's the fucking sign that make you lose weight?
Yeah, like okay, the first time you can't wipe your ass, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you can't see your dick.
How do you resort to being okay with showering every time you fucking
right? Like having to leave work to go home to shit, then shower.
But that just means that how often does he do that? If he's that fat, he's eating all the time, so he's got to be shitting all the time.
I guess the only excuse I could give somebody like being that like obese and like trying is if they have like a thyroid problem. Okay. Where their body physically will not like medically let them lose weight, or they like somehow maintain weight. Something medical.
They're definitely those situations.
I'm not knocking on those people.
No,
because I mean you can't control that.
Exactly.
It's the body you're blessed with.
But I mean, if you were skinny as a teenager, I mean, I don't know. Nowadays, if your fucking kids are getting fat at 4 or 5 years old, but
I mean, maybe they're getting fat at 4 or 5. Maybe you just kind of cut out junk food, but you don't make them go to the gym. It's not because
of the kids. It's because of what the parents are feeding them.
So part of it could be genetics, though.
There's like, genetics, but I don't know. I feel like America-wise, a lot of it's fucking just the food we eat. Like we eat so unhealthily. Like fucking 80% of our food's fucking processed. It's ridiculous.
Oh, it's disgusting. Yeah.
Compared to other countries who try like.
Well, even
other
if you
countries
go like,
have the amount of illegal processed foods they have there.
Well, even if you go like a McDonald's in a foreign country, like over in Europe, it's not the same. As I fucking spit all over myself, dude. What's up?
Ingredients are different.
It's not the same processed food. They hold their fast food restaurants to a higher standard. I'm sure, like if somebody from Europe comes over here, like, oh sweet, they got McDonald's. That's pretty good. Like we can get that quick.
They probably
and they go in there like, the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Send it back. Give me that.
Yeah, let's go get some real food. Fucking.
Yeah. Dude, it's disgusting.
That's a big problem America's got is our food.
But like I got a cousin who, growing up, like he's a freshman in high school now. And like when he was younger, I was like, you know what, you're gonna be a little bit fatter, you're gonna be a little bit thicker. It's cool, it's whatever. Like, but he's always been active. He was just kind of big boned.
Yeah.
I guess the best way to describe it. Now I look at him and it's like, oh my god, dude, you weigh like 140 pounds. All it was is he stretched up and he grew out.
Yeah.
I think genetic wise, as he was like shorter and stuff, his body just kind of stored on fat, and that's how it worked from his genetics. So from a genetic standpoint, if you kind of like are like chunky and stuff,
I wouldn't know. I don't know if I'd call it fat though, because
you could squeeze his arm and it wasn't like just skin. It was you could feel the fat.
Was it its body building up? Was it just building that on because his body knew he was gonna sprout that much? So like,
I don't know. I think it was genetics. You know, I'll tell you afterwards. I don't want to out anybody on this thing. Like if they're embarrassed about it, but you know who it is. So I'll tell you about my cousin later. So it may like connect the dots for you of why genetic wise I think it's there. But other than that, like I mean, it's not a bad thing.
I feel you.
Dude, it's never a bad thing. As long as I think it's never a bad thing if you're overweight. If you're always trying to like work on it, you don't just go, "I'm fat, fucking accept me for who I am."
Don't blame.
I'm gonna eat what I want to eat.
Don't blame other people until after.
It's very hard.
Put all your effort into it. I mean, like
at least try. Be active.
If you are, because I mean, I can't really say anything. I've never even been chubby in my life. But I mean, if you are bigger, I feel like it's in your brain more to go see a doctor to see what kind of fucking
hey, do I have a hypothalamus problem, or
you
is
go
it
and
like
check things out. Like you would go to see if the reason you are fat is because it's from traits and
yeah, maybe if it's like a last resort kind of a thing. Like, hey, I've been working out.
yeah,
I lose maybe like 5 pounds, but it's very hard for me to keep it off. I've been eating healthy, but I'm just not losing weight, or I am losing weight, but it's not the right weight.
Yeah,
go to your doctor.
Exactly.
Maybe it's like, hey, you got a thyroid problem. Let's get you on this kind of
just,
like
just
hormone
that,
therapy pill.
Just that, the learning what you have medically wrong with you will have so much. I wouldn't say like positive, but it'll just have a lot of reassurance in your brain to
work ethic wise.
Exactly.
Too, yeah.
It'll like you won't be blaming yourself so much as like when you if it is medical, because I don't know, that's one thing bigger people have is self confidence issues.
Well, I think that's part of the thing is like they don't want to go in the gym on like a New Year's resolution, because a lot of people go into the gym at the time because they're like, you know what, I've kind of year, I put it off. Dude, a New Year's resolution isn't going to do shit for you. Just go in there. The hardest part is getting into a routine.
Exactly. That's the biggest problem people have is
unless someone forces you into the routine, it's super hard.
Yeah, people are worried about what other people are going to think of them at the gym. It's like, come on, everybody started somewhere.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I think like the skinny guys always have the issues. They don't want to go to the gym because the muscle heads look down on them.
Yeah, that's where
and then the fat people, no knock on them, don't want to go into the gym because they think the skinny people or the muscular people are going to be looking down on them.
Exactly.
You know what? I see somebody in there, and if they're trying, I don't give two shits. I encourage that going in. The only time I knock somebody for being in the gym is if all they're doing is either hogging equipment and barely using it, like kind of cycling through real slow. But you ask, hey man, you still on this? Oh yeah, dude, I'm like on my 5th rep right now. But I'm doing a cycle of 5 all the way through, and I've been checking myself out in the mirror every time through.
Selfies.
Yeah.
Those ones, I knock.
Yeah.
Those ones I don't like. The people who are dicks to other people at the gym.
Yep.
Or just like the people who kind of go in there. Like, I don't even care if like an old person goes in there and socializes.
No.
Goes on the treadmill for maybe like 5 minutes and walks around saying hi to all their friends and then leaves. Fuck it, dude. I don't care.
The people that go in there and use the equipment like you've never seen them use before, I don't know. I kind of have to knock those guys. It's like, come on, there's literally pictures on the fucking machines telling you how to use it, and
they're using it wrong.
You know what they're probably doing though is insecurity when they don't ask, and maybe they watch a YouTube video, but of like a high level workout thing, and so they're trying to do it like that, and you're like, what are you doing?
But still, you go and talk to those guys, and you be like, hey, can I show you how to use it? And they're like, oh no, this is how you're supposed to use it. Like
those ones, those people, you're kind of like knocking. You're just like you don't dislike them or anything. You're like, dude, I just try to help you. Yeah, exactly. You don't have to be a dick about it.
Exactly. But I mean, I don't know. They're in the gym. They're trying. So
yeah, dude. If you're in the gym, you're trying. I cannot knock you. No, my thing right now is I just need to like find a time to get back in the gym. I gotta get up at 5:30 to go to work, and I work 10 hours, so I'm off at 5.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, I gotta drive from Stead back into town, change, and then go to the gym. I'm there at maybe 6, then have dinner. Sounds miserable. Usually I'm going to bed already at like midnight, so I'm really tired. You know what? I think I just need to suck it up, commit myself to a schedule, get back in there at like, plan on being at the gym by like 5:45, 6 o'clock.
In the morning?
No. I'm at work. Work starts for me at 6:50. Work starts at 6:50, ends at 5. So
go in the mornings. That's when Jake goes. He goes.
So in order for me to get like a full workout in, I'd have to be at the gym probably at 3:45 at the latest to work out, shower, get ready, and then drive to work.
If you start.
So it's either 3:45 in the morning. I'm getting up and going to the gym, and then working till 5, coming home, eating dinner, and then going to bed. Because I'm fucking exhausted, or it's right after fucking work, change, go to the gym, start working out, but it's the crowd. So it's kind of like that. I don't want to deal with the crowd.
Yeah, the crowd's rough right now.
The crowd is rough, and I don't want to deal with that. But I don't want to go at 3:45.
I don't know though.
I think it's rough right now just because I'm at that point where it's like I'm with Tristan, so it's like she wants to do stuff. She's always told me, like, very supportive, like, hey, go to the gym. You don't have to go with me. Like, I don't need you. Like, go if you need to. Go do your other things. But at the same time, sometimes I'm a fucking asshole and I'm a dick. So then it's like, yeah, dude, it's just, I don't know why, but in our nature, sometimes we're assholes and dicks.
Yeah.
So I kind of need to make up for it and be a nice, like, supportive boyfriend. Watch Grey's Anatomy. Dude, like, I'm going to bed and I'm super fucking tired. Like, this daylight saving times, I went fishing the pyramid. So I went to bed at like 1, woke up at 5. So basically, it felt like I was getting up at 4.
Yeah, lost an hour.
Lost an hour.
I got fucked because I was in Arizona.
Oh shit!
That
They're not on the daylight. They're
Yeah,
on daylight saving
have,
times, right?
They don't have daylight savings.
They're on standard time.
They
all the
were
time?
no, yeah, they were ahead an hour of us.
Yeah, so they're on daylight savings time all the time. So daylight savings is what we're on now, and then standard time is when we fall back an hour.
Yeah.
You know why they did that?
It's for fucking farmers.
Yeah, they did that in the 1940s.
Dairy farmers, because you have to milk cows while it's dark out.
They did it in the 1940s during World War II to help with dairy production. They created daylight savings time to mass produce dairy products to send it overseas and also help create jobs for longer work hours.
I'm pretty sure it was because it was getting lighter in the mornings. If we would have stayed, like, not change the time.
Yeah, that's why they did.
So they pushed it back so it stayed dark in the morning. Because I don't know why, but you have to milk cows when it's fucking dark out.
Yeah, so they sprung forward an hour.
Yeah, so
daylight savings time
in the morning again.
Yeah, so it was dark for an hour early because now, like, I get up and it's still dark and I'm driving to work and it's dark.
It sucks. I like driving to work when it's light out.
I kind of like the dark aspect of it because, like, when I get off, it's light.
So yeah, you get off later though.
Dude, I get off. Dude, I go to what time you get in at work?
I go to work. I get there at 7.
Okay, I'm at work 10 minutes before you, and I get off after you.
Every time.
Every time.
I've never.
At least consistently 4 days a week.
I've never worked till 5.
So I'll work 6:50 to 5, and if I work Friday, I work 6:50 to 3, maybe 1 if I'm lucky.
Yeah, see, like,
and if I'm not working at that one, I'm working at my physical therapy job, where I work 9:30 to 12. I got 3 jobs now, dude. I'm fucking busy man.
What's your
second
job?
About? Sportsman's Warehouse. I still work there.
Well, then what's your first job?
So full-time job now. I'm a forklift operator at Max Packaging.
Okay.
So they make Kaiser Hospital kits. It's a thing called like Eat Club. We make special. So it's basically plastic utensils. So fork, spoon, knife. We'll do sugar, sub sugars, perfect seasonings, Mrs. Dash, iodine salt, like all these like custom kits, napkins, straws. So we basically make custom, like when you're at elementary school, you know, like the shit you'd have for like your hot meal lunch. Yeah. We make those.
Like you literally package them.
Yeah. So basically, as a forklift driver, I drive. I'm sorry for people. This is really fucking boring because I feel like it is because I do it all the time now. But basically, I work in this warehouse half, and they have a production line half. So the people in the production line, we run like 4 lines.
Yeah.
And these people, you have like an operator and then a bunch of people who just like grab handfuls of forks, spoons, or knives or sporks, and they just basically grab them one by one. And it's got like slot trays. They're probably like that big or wide, and they just basically put them in the slot, and it runs through this conveyor belt. The operator, depending on how fast this order needs to be out, can speed up the belts, how fast they spin. So you gotta be like dropping forks and spoons and knives, 1 in each thing. Then you got your operator who's making sure that the film sealing it is the napkin's good. You're getting all the stuff you need inside of it. So like certain type of napkin. So we run like a 13 2-ply, 13 1-ply, 17 2-ply, 17 1-ply. You know those old picnic style napkin, like tablecloths? Yeah. Where it's like the red and white checkered kind of thing? Mm-hmm. That's called gingham. Gangnam
style.
Yeah, Oppa Gangnam style napkin. And black, green, red, and blue.
Okay.
So they put that on there, and then they'll run that. And then so they gotta make sure napkin's good. If we're running a straw, the straw is good. If there's a fork, spoon, and knife in there. If the film is sealed. If there's sugar in there, it's sealed. If there's a non-dairy creamer, if it's in there. If there's salt, pepper.
Shit.
Oh, yeah, dude. They run fucking combinations. And then they gotta make sure where it chops off, it's not cutting the plastic. So then the operator's basically swatting out everything bad and filling boxes. And then they make a pallet, stack the pallet, and put it in this one slot. And I come over with the forklift to the production side, pick it up, wrap it, get my order forms, fill out all the order forms with lot numbers. So it's making sure, like, everything's got, like, I guess, a lot number.
Do you have to drive in a circle to wrap it?
No. So that's the fucking bitching part. I've been so tempted to do this. See if you can pull it up so people can know what I'm talking about. It's an automated wrapper. So basically,
does it spin the what?
So I'm driving like a pallet that's
Yeah.
basically 7 feet tall. I drive this on the forklift, and I back up through these doors. That's the fucking automated wrapper, bro.
Oh, you
dude,
set it
that's
down
what's up.
now.
I sit it on this like
Gotcha. I
great
thought I did
thing.
it while you're sitting there with it holding. I was like,
No. So I drive through back into the warehouse side, which is just fucking rows of forks, spoons, and knives, different plastic like levels and grades. Stupid shit. Like there's a 370 UD4 and 370 UD1. 4s are black, 1s are white.
Okay.
And like the UD4 is like I'll go like now I'm a fucking nerd and I know way too much about fucking plastic. So if I go to a place and they got like plastic utensils, I pick the thing up and I'm like, yeah, dude, this is our shit. I throw it back.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I set this thing down. I pull this cord that's attached to the ceiling, and it literally just like sits there and spins and wraps it. I've been so tired lately. I'm sitting on the forklift and I'm just like this.
You don't even have to fucking pull your.
No, dude, I don't even have to get off the forklift. Yeah, and then all of a sudden I hear just like this like noise, and it's like the thing catching the blade, and it pulls it back, and then just and I go lift my forks up, drive in, pick it up, drop it off, put it where it needs to be.
How long does it take
to wrap it?
Yeah, 30 seconds.
A minute. Because I mean, think it's like 7 feet tall.
True.
So it basically wraps around the bottom, goes up, does a double wrap at the top, and then comes back down. Oh yeah. So if you see like where the pallet's sitting, is basically that diamond plate steel, and it sits on this rotating, like Lazy Jane. You know what I'm talking about? Where the Lazy Jane is?
Nope.
Pull up a Lazy Jane. Dr. Clay. It's if you're sitting at a dining room table, and you know those wood things that sit on it, and it's like spices and seasonings, and you can just spin it. People might know what I'm talking about.
What the hell?
The fuck?
Fucking video camera.
Lazy Jane kitchen. No, it's maybe it's not called Lazy Jane.
No, but I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? So basically, it's like it's a disc that sits on a table, and then another disc on ball bearings. And you put like spices, seasonings, so everyone can like instead of going, "Hey, can you pass me the salt?" You just spin it and you get
condiments
it. It's basically a Lazy Jane. I set the thing on top of it, and it wraps it. Well, it goes this way, yeah. So it wraps it, and it goes up and then down. So it's got like this infrared sensor to tell when it's like not on a box.
Okay.
So it'll stop there, it'll wrap twice, and then come back down, and then wrap again and cut off. And I pick it up and put it back on.
Yeah, that's cool. So no one has to really do it.
So the thing that I've been tempted to do is fucking like, because if you step on it, it'll hold the saran wrap and just hit start and then wrap myself. But have my knife in my pocket to like cut myself out.
I was gonna say you're gonna fucking suffocate, bro.
Nah, dude. So I got my knife in my pocket, dude. Just like have my hand like on it. No, just like, or just even like this.
Yeah, no. So, I literally have it sticking out on.
Or have it no, because if it does, it's gonna cut. This thing's super. It's like tension. You got like a thing where you can do the tensioning. Can they see this? Yeah. So basically, like sit there, but like with my automatic knife. So maybe like my hand holding out like this.
Yeah. Press the button. So
I just have to hit the button instead
of. What if it won't flip open?
No. So it's an auto knife. So this is a manual knife.
It has a machine in it to open it.
Yeah, dude. Oh, fuck. I should have. So basically, people who aren't looking. Okay, so this is my manual Benchmade knife. If you see, it's got like It's called an axis lock.
Yeah.
So I have to push up on this thing right here, the thumb stud, and it'll raise up so you can see the axis lock bend with it to come out.
The other one's spring loaded though.
The other one, if I had a bench made like this, would have no thumb studs, and I would just pull back and it'd shoot it out. But I got a Kershaw, so it's a button. So basically all it is a button. I push it and the blade flips out off the spring.
Blade.
It is a switchblade. But they call it an automatic because the switchblade essentially is if you pushed up, which is called an OTF out the front. So you hit that and it shoots out the front, and then you pull it back in, it shoots back in.
Those are the illegal ones.
Nope. You can buy that
anymore?
Yeah, dude. We fucking sell them at Sportsman's.
They used to be illegal, didn't they?
Used to be in certain states.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's Oregon, Idaho, Arizona, Nevada, and maybe like one or two other states that I know of. You can own an automatic knife, so an out the front is still legal. That's what we sell at Sportsman's right there. So where it's illegal is if it's a double edge. So if both sides of the blade have an edge to it to make it sharp.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
I didn't know that.
So I was thinking of sitting there like knife in this hand, holding it, but like this hand here, so I got like separation as it wraps me, knife it, turn it out, and then just slide it up so I can breathe, but wrap myself in that shit, dude.
What the hell would you do though?
Dude, I was thinking it'd be fun. See if it would wrap me.
It could. What if it like?
The only problem is
it's like programmed to not like it can sense the shape of a human.
That might, dude, it might be. I don't know. This thing seems pretty fucking dumb at times. The only problem is there's like the warehouse camera.
Oh, right there.
That like films right there because it's on all of the bay doors to see how I'm loading it and shit. Make sure I'm not
like your forklift and like lift up the fucking stack.
Lift the stack up right there and then just. I should have asked the dude who works back there with me if he's ever wrapped himself. I think it would just be fun to do it. See how it feels.
It's fun. I don't know, dude. I think that'd be scary though. What if you don't get your fucking knife open?
It'll get open. If not, I'm hopping off because the thing will cut, so I can hop off.
No, I know, but as soon as it goes over your fucking face,
dude, I know where the door is. I can hop over to my boss Leo and be like.
Yeah, he wouldn't know.
He'd be like, "Oh shit!" Here.
He wouldn't know who the fuck was in there.
He'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Oh, that's funny.
Oh yeah,
that's a fun job though.
Oh yeah. All right, dude. You got a random thought for me? Let's go into random thoughts.
Random thoughts.
Where you go first?
You want to hear my random thought?
Yeah.
Okay. This might get a little deep on you. So, actually, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna cover my random thought before you go into yours. After we have a little conversation about it, I'm gonna talk to you about another thing I want to do. Give me your random thought, and then we'll go into fan questions and Ryan's Gay Song of the Week. Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So, my random thought was. I got it by listening to the Fire and the Kid podcast. I was driving to work one morning.
Yeah.
And this dude's talking about, like, yeah, dude, this was back in the days when, like, I had to pay for minutes and shit. So my random thought was, like, you and I, Ryan, like, people who grew up, like, 3 to 4 years younger than us, mostly, like, 90s. We kind of, like, I'd say 99 to 1990 kind of grew up in a very weird generation.
Oh, definitely.
As in this fact of the internet came out to the general public in 94, year we're born.
Yeah.
So we kind of grew up, great TV shows and everything, but we also grew up with no longer it being like only super rich people have those big brick block cell phones. We got everyone's starting to get cell phones, and you're paying for minutes, and then it's like, hey, don't call on roaming. Have you ever heard anyone go, hey man, don't call when you're on roaming?
Not anymore.
Because we get double charged. Not anymore.
Used to,
so
for sure, when we first got our cell
we
phones.
came out with cell phones like don't call on roaming. The BlackBerry came out, and then it all came about texting, and then it was flip phones, and then cameras and sending pictures, and then all of a sudden. Like 2007 to 2008, the iPhone 1 came out, and now we're like everyone's got an iPhone or Samsung. The BlackBerry's not really a thing anymore.
I mean,
you don't see the flip phone. All the marketing is towards the technology side. And so the cool factor of the phone, like the slides.
Dude.
Like, remember the phone was like, you were badass if you had a phone that had a full, like, computer-type keyboard.
Yeah.
Like the Blackberries, the T-Mobile flip phone, like the, what they call the sidekicks. I had the sidekick.
Flip one.
Or the fucking, the slide. And it had the numbers and the keyboard, but if you just had the straight keyboard, and how people would sit in class and they knew where all the keys were and how many times to push it, and they'd sit there and they'd text.
Yep.
Like, think of how weird our kind of generation is. We no longer have like minutes, roaming. You're not paying for minutes anymore. Now it's all data.
Yeah, it's all fucking digital.
Think of like
technology is it's
like go back to our childhood, dude.
Technology's awesome, but it's like if you're looking long-term future, like
it's kind of scary.
Basically, exactly. If you're looking at the good of humanity, it's kind of scary because I mean, what's his face? Stephen Hawking.
Speaking of which, he died.
He just died. I was reading an article of something, watching a video, and he was talking about AI. It's either going to be the best thing ever for humanity, or it's literally going to
the downfall
end humanity. And it's like, if you really think about it, it makes sense. It just depends on what hands get AI in their possession first. Like if it's somebody with a lot of money and wants to use it to benefit themselves, then we're honestly probably fucked.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunately what it's leaning towards. But if someone is able to create AI smart enough, like just like a basement scientist type person, someone who does it like that and creates
a general
AI,
good for the people type scientist.
Exactly. iRobot's gonna become real.
So I mean, this is kind of like
a bunch of shit's gonna become
goes
real.
in my thought. Like I mean, two things is like, you ever seen the, I think it's called like Person of Interest TV show?
No, I've heard
where
of
it's
it,
basically the one dude created AI for the government to look after the people after 9/11, and then he basically goes, this is way too much power. Like if the government actually wants this is way too much power, they can't have it because like this AI is like, this could be terrible in the wrong hands. And then this another company, as the season goes on, creates another AI that the government gets control of, and it's basically two AIs battling it out. And the guy goes, this is basically gods. We're just mere mortals, and these are two gods battling it out because basically they're running millions and billions of programs in their head how to compete each other in seconds.
Exactly.
And it's all scenarios played out and stuff. Yeah. So it was like that. But then my other thought was like, this is kind of like the sad culture we're in of how like kind of, I guess you'd say, shallow-minded we are in a fact of social media and everything. I was scrolling through my Instagram feed at work while I was waiting for a thing to wrap, and I looked at it and I was like, oh, Stephen Hawking died. But I looked at who posted it, and I was like, is this like a joke thing?
Yes.
Or is this like a legit thing? So I couldn't tell. I was like, yeah, is this like a spoof death? Like, I want to get a rise of reaction and like clickbait.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, is this like a clickbait, but like Instagram, a like bait thing?
Yeah.
Or is this a real thing?
They're doing that shit now.
So I'm going through other things. I'm like, oh shit, dude, Stephen Hawking really did die. At first, I was like, dude, this is fucking bullshit. My first reaction when somebody like Stephen Hawking dying shouldn't be, oh, this is fucking clickbait bullshit, dude. It should be a legit thing.
Yeah, you should.
And I shouldn't be finding out by Instagram. That's my thought. Like, okay, I get it. It's a great feed for a lot of stuff. The way the culture's going.
That's fucking.
But like when Wheeler Walker Jr. is the first person I find out that Stephen Hawking died, I'm thinking this is clickbait. Right?
True, but that's.
So why am I finding out from Wheeler Walker Jr. that Stephen Hawking died?
Just to be the devil's advocate.
Yeah, okay.
Isn't that what's also great about technology is that we can find out something from anybody in the world rather than waiting for the newspaper the next day or.
This is true. I like that.
Or watching it.
I like the instantaneous aspect of finding out news of really big things, but the thing I don't like is why do we take? Why is it like Instagram is telling me about this? Why wasn't it not like you know how like CNN's on your phone or something? Why is it not like a notification pops up? Because obviously you can get an instantaneous like Amber Alert or something like that. Why do you not get like an instantaneous CNN update? It's not
beneficial to anybody, I guess.
Yeah, but it's big news that could bring up conversation.
It is, but the world we live in today, it's not big enough news. You know what I mean?
That's true. But I just feel like
that's these days go by like it's fucking nothing. Like Prince died, no one really fucking.
It was bigger news than Stephen Hawking dying, though.
Exactly, Stephen Hawking's so much more fucking
world-renowned, famous.
Humanity so much more than anyone we've seen in our lifetimes.
Have you? I just listened. Let me pull his book up. This is a good book for you or the listeners to do. I listen to it because I'm a better audio listener. I'm pulling up the book. Shout out to Audible. This is what I listen to all my books on, because when I read, I find myself getting very distracted, and I read, and then all of a sudden I notice my mind's going on a tangent, and then I have to reread chapters. So I basically reread the first 2 chapters of Stephen Hawking's A Brief History of Time.
Okay, I've heard of that. Yeah,
I read that book. I have the book, but I listened to it on Audible. I'm gonna re-listen to it just because
read it in his voice.
No, they have a narrator. It's narrated by Michael Jackson.
His computer
not the
voice.
singer. Yeah, it's not the singer, but it's narrated by Michael Jackson.
That's funny.
Dude, definite shout out to Audible. It's definitely well worth the money. I don't have any of the podcasts.
Is it better than iBooks?
I think so. I mean, iBooks may have different books for you to get than Audible, but what I liked about Audible is when I first signed up, I got my first book free.
Okay.
So you get your first book free, 30 days. You wait for new credit.
How much is it?
I think I'm paying $12 at the most.
A month?
A month for a credit. So I got a credit right now to get a new book. Okay. Basically, I listen to books when I run out of podcasts to listen to.
Yeah.
So I could go 2-3 months without running out podcasts. I get 3 credits. I download 3 books. I'm hammering them out. So I still have Brian's Green, History of the Universe. So a bunch of Stephen Hawking type books to listen to.
Mind workers.
Yeah, something like that. And then I've also listened to Game of Thrones. The first 3 books on Audible.
Okay.
I've listened to Lonesome Dove on Audible. Scar Tissue by Anthony Kiedis, who's the Red Hot Chili Peppers lead singer. Definitely recommend that book. It's amazing, dude. Like an
autobiography.
It's an autobiography written by Anthony Kiedis, read by somebody different. But I've read half the book, but then every time because I read it out at Shasta, so I was like, if I'm boating, and then I come back in, I read before going to bed.
No, definitely.
So I read half the book in 3 days.
Okay.
It was an amazing book.
Read or listen?
Read. I actually read this one.
Okay.
But then I went back into it's just such an interesting book because he's talking about his dad, who was known as Spider growing up as a kid, got him high at 5 years old down in LA, and then he did China White heroin for the first time when he was 13. He had sex for the first time with his dad's 18-year-old girlfriend. He met Led Zeppelin at the club Rainbow down in LA off the Sunset Strip. Basically, anybody who went to the Rainbow nightclub off the Sunset Strip hung out at his dad's table in that bar. Okay. The nightclub. So he would hang out with them because he would go to the nightclub. Famous people. Yeah, dude. So he's hanging out with Led Zeppelin, Van Halen, Jimi Hendrix. Dude, he's hanging out with all these dudes.
Makes sense where he got his fucking
music from. So basically the whole book is talking about his life growing up, what he did as a kid. His childhood was crazy. He jumped off of a 5-story building,
survived
into a hotel pool. They were doing that. First they started with 1-story buildings. They jump off into a pool, then 2, then 3s, and then they did this 5-story abandoned hotel building. The security guard chased them up. So Flea, who is the bassist of Red Hot Chili Peppers, jumped off first, made it, but Anthony Kiedis is jumping after him, and as soon as he took off, because the security guard's grabbing him as he jumped, he realized he overshot the jump of a tear shaped pool. And so basically, if they're jumping, the tear shape is out.
The tear.
So the further out you jump, the narrower it gets. So you want to kind of jump shallow. He overshot off a 5-story building, realized he overshot, hit on his heels, or broke his back. And then they basically had a car pull around, took him to the hospital. He's in the hospital for 2 weeks. And then told Flea and his girlfriend, I think it was Halia or something at the time, break him out of the hospital because he's tired of being in like these suspension straps to extend his spine back out. Break me the fuck out of this hospital. I'm not staying here. Broke him out of the hospital, was homeless, like did all this stuff, and then basically his heroin addiction. And how basically he's kicked his heroin addiction. And like people were super concerned about it and how he's touring, and like he would go in and out of the heroin addiction, and then like how one of his band members got him a dog, and one night, like right at the end of the book, he goes, you know what, like I was gonna do my typical thing, and I was gonna go just rent a hotel room for the night and just go binge out on heroin, but I've done that before, and that's turned into a 3-week bender while I'm waiting for a tour, missing band practice, strung out on heroin, just calling the room service to extend my stay each day that I'm not going to make it out. So just give me the week. I'm strung out on heroin. But the only thing that prevented me from leaving my house at night was my dog has never seen me high. So I turned the car off. I walked back up the driveway. I went back into my house and I hung out with my dog. That's the only thing that kept him from...
Good for him.
Dude, that's like fucking crazy shit.
That's crazy though, yeah.
But that's when I thought, like, what I was thinking was a huge tangent we just went on, but I was saying,
it is.
like, in our generation, I think it's all kind of having to deal with the internet. Our generation has gone through such a massive technological jump.
We don't know life without the internet.
Because we were born the year, that's what I'm saying, like 1990 to 99. Yeah. Those kids in like the 90s generation who grew up in that, grown up in a very strange generation. Maybe more so 94 and earlier, just because
you can tell though too, like you can tell there's like a shift.
There definitely is
in like how the American society is being. I don't know. You can just tell something's happening in America that it's not. It's not the same.
It's not the same. It was in like the 80s.
Change is gonna happen inevitably, but
like I'm sure, like what I was saying was like, no, maybe I'm just being like biased towards us being 90s kids. Like maybe the people in the 50s going to the 60s were like, oh, birth control came out. This is the biggest like jump in technological history. This is insane and crazy. But I don't think it was like that rapid of a jump to where we are from the 90s to 2000. We're almost 2 decades.
Definitely.
Almost 2 decades
and
out.
Honestly, it's just going to keep growing faster, I think.
That's what's kind of scary is like the rate of change we're at right now.
It's just going to keep increasing.
Is speeding up faster than what human intellect can either maintain
Machines
or control.
Are learning faster than we are right now.
Like that Google program where they had like 2 Google programs, they shut it down because they're talking to each other
in their own fucking language. Like that's sketchy. I mean, I'm pretty sure they were able to decipher it and figure out
that they shut it down.
There's nothing that they're saying that was like scary or like.
But still, think they had to shut it down and couldn't figure out what the program was running because if the program figured
that
out.
Exactly, the fact that already happened shows you that it's gonna just keep happening.
Yeah, they had to shut the program down because then if they didn't shut the program down, they're going to try and decipher the code, and then the program's just be like, oh, they're trying to decipher what we're talking now. Let's switch to this.
Yeah, and I mean, pretty soon it's going to get to the point where the machine's not going to let us shut it down.
It's going to think that we shut it down, but we didn't.
Yeah.
Or it's just going to be like, I'm not going to let you shut me down.
And then that's what I thought about this the other day. I was like, humans are going to have a teacher for the first time, if that makes sense. Like throughout history, humans have learned from other humans. Exactly. Yeah. Humans have never really learned from something else besides for when we were monkeys. We had to learn from nature to like get. I don't even know.
Dude, I get what you're saying. So basically, it would be, I guess what you're trying to say is like. Humans have never had to learn from anything else other than other humans or Mother Nature, because Mother Nature rules all. But now the humans are going to be turning into the dogs or domesticated pets of our culture, of where you can learn from another dog, but ultimately master which is the human teaches you.
Think about how quickly humans like plateau when they discover something. Like a discovery only comes around once every 10 years, or like I don't.
One thing, how like what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, like shunned or shot down a new discovery or thought idea process is until all of a sudden more people
everyone
like the
has
Earth is
to
flat.
discover it.
And then all of a sudden people are like, the Earth's not really flat. Well, if you spoke out against the Earth being flat, then you could be executed for speaking out against the Church of Christ.
Yeah.
So then all of a sudden the culture has to shape and change. And I think that's the problem is like, one, we didn't have an instantaneous kind of culture. Mm-hmm. So ideas couldn't be spread as fast. So humans were very slow to the process. Now we're kind of more on this instantaneous. I think that's why we're seeing a 24-hour news cycle type thing, which is like slowly turning into a 12-hour news cycle thing.
Yes.
So it's getting rapider and rapider, but I think that's also due to the technological standpoint of things. Of technology can bounce these ideas back and forth from each other and understand it so much faster than we can. Like think of the algorithms. Exactly. You look up something on your phone, and then you go on. Even have to be. Like, you go on Siri. And you ask her a question, and then you hop on your Instagram. Your third thing you scroll to is going to be the thing you research.
Exactly. Like, not even...
If you go to bodybuilding.com, and then all of a sudden you go to your Instagram, bodybuilding.com is going to be in your sponsored list of ads. Yeah, exactly. And then you go to Facebook, bodybuilding.com.
I wouldn't be surprised if fucking we say some random brand on here like Vortex. Granted, this has nothing to do with my phone. It's still a microphone connected to the internet. But I wouldn't be surprised if a fucking Vortex ad popped up on my fucking Instagram. It's just the way technology works these days, and
it is.
I mean, it's scary, but you have to accept it because it's just gonna keep getting better and better and faster and faster.
Dude, I definitely hear it. So we're almost to an hour and a half. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna definitely want to have you back on, as always, dude. This has been a fucking stellar podcast, even without fucking Ryan. But what we talked about when we had Jake on is basically, and I'm kind of coming up with names right now, but this is a random thought I've had. How many weeks ago was it, Dr. Clay?
Which one?
The consciousness one. No, it was more than that. This was before video cam.
Oh, 8.
So about 8 weeks ago, one of my random thoughts when we were audio only. Mm-hmm. Can people find the audio only these days, Dr. Clay?
On SoundCloud, Outro, WTG.
Okay, give me that stuff when we're going over it at the end, and I'll try and shout it out. But basically, like 8 weeks ago, I had this consciousness random thought.
Yeah.
When I was explaining Jake the random thoughts, I kind of told him basically about the consciousness. So what I'm thinking about calling it is I want to have, first off, it's going to be you, me, Ryan, Jake, and obviously Chamberlain.
Other Ryan.
Yeah, so co-host Ryan.
Yeah.
You, Jake, and then Ryan Butler, Rad Fitness.
Yeah.
Ryan Butler on. I'm either thinking of calling it the Consciousness Cast.
Okay. Or
the Kush Cast. Because I think in order to get into this conversation that I kind of want to take it down, which, I'm not really concerned about views. I just want a good conversation about it.
Yeah.
Is this consciousness thought I had, because I feel like there's a lot of depth to go into. I'm gonna skim the surface. Yeah, you're gonna hold on to these thoughts.
Burst the bubble, dude.
Dude, I'm gonna burst the bubble, but I want you to hold on to this bubble for me when you come back on. So basically, we're gonna try and get some better equipment too. So it's gonna be individual mics, individual headphones with what is it? What are we getting? The interface. Yeah. So we're gonna get a new interface that's gonna hook up with more mics and more headphones. So it's going to be individual mics.
Okay.
So that's kind of when I want to do this podcast. It's going to be either the Consciousness Cast or the Kush Cast. But basically I was thinking our bodies are just a host, but what makes us is consciousness. So my consciousness could have wound up in your body, and I could have been you, like physically looking like you, but had the thoughts I'm having in this body. Vice versa. Mm-hmm. So basically, our physical being does not make up who we are from my thought process. It's our consciousness who makes us who we are.
Yes.
Which is part of why I think people have such a hard time dealing with death or dying, because they don't view it as a consciousness being of what's dying. they view it as a physical being as what's dying. But can consciousness really die? The way I was thinking of it was like, is consciousness more like an atom, as it can't be created and or destroyed? Consciousness just is. So then I started thinking, is consciousness kind of like reincarnation, but not so much in the Buddhist prospect of like, well, if I've been bad, or Taoism, I guess that's what I'm trying to think of. Taoism of where like my consciousness, I've been a bad person in my life, I come back as a snail, but I've been really good, I come back as a person, I've been really, really good, I come back as even higher being, or I've been kind of like in between or whatever. My thought was like, maybe my consciousness dies, like my physical being dies, but then when the physical being dies, part of my consciousness deletes its database, but it's still there because it can't be destroyed or created. So it's basically what it is. But then when it comes back, because you can't, like an atom, you can't destroy it or create it. It just is. It comes back into another being, but basically Control Alt Delete. The memory has been deleted for the most part.
See, I believe, like I don't know, I'm kind of similar along those lines.
So,
I don't know if I would say came up with a theory about consciousness, but
you came up. Hang on, remember, I want this for another podcast because we're almost at 2 hours. But I'm just gonna
scratch the surface. But I'm an atheist. I don't believe in fucking God itself. Yeah. But I believe that there is a higher power, like something that we've all came from, consciousness wise. Universe wise, totally different story.
Are you kind of with me on the consciousness wise thing though, of like an atom aspect? Can't be created or destroyed.
Yes or no? I think yes. I don't think consciousness can be destroyed.
So I don't think your consciousness can be destroyed. Maybe the memories that made you who you were, and the memories and things you've had may be altered or forgotten, but then something can trigger it and it comes back.
Yeah,
I'll get way more into this when we go on.
We're kind of along the same lines, but like I don't know. I feel like consciousness is almost like an experiment from that higher power, if that makes sense.
I'm gonna get way more into this.
I can't say anymore. Otherwise, it's gonna fuck with people's brains because it's.
Well, hey, dude, we're gonna fuck with people's brains. But what I want to do is I want to get the three of you guests on who've been excellent guests beforehand, plus Ryan. I was thinking maybe we get a little bit stoned. We can't get too stoned.
I could get too stoned.
No, we just get a little stoned. And we go into this consciousness thought. I want to take this into a whole new depth level because it's something I've been kind of like twisting and playing around with.
Drop a tab of that.
And it's something like,
before I come in.
Well, it's something where it's like, you know, like I grew up in like Catholic Christian church kind of basic settings, and not to say like I don't believe in God or a higher power, but I don't believe in like the whole thing of like I have to go to church to believe in God or to be a good person. Like, why can't I believe? Exactly. Call God, call it dog shit for all I care.
Yeah, exactly.
A higher being of what it is maybe out there, maybe not. I can't prove it. I can't disprove it.
Yeah,
but
like nothing against celebrities, but that's one of my biggest fucking pet peeves is when they're getting interviewed after their fucking career game or whatever, and the very, very first thing they said is, "Oh, I'd like to thank God." And it's like, what the fuck did God do? Yeah, like it's somebody to talk to, but He did not physically come down and help you win that football game. He didn't touch your arm and said, "I gave you." More mentally strong. Like that's all. He strengthens your mental state. That's literally all God does.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me otherwise because no one's ever seen him.
Well, okay, yeah. So that's what I'm saying is like when I hear that now, beforehand, I was like, you know, that's really cool. He's really honoring God. But now, like, I hear it, I'm like, maybe it's who I am now, the experience that I've had as a person and everything. But it's like, I don't want to knock that person and be like, what the fuck is God done? God is not anything that you can actually physically. Well, you know what? God has done something for them. Their God, mentally, whoever it is mentally done something for them. And if that's what they go to and that's what they want to thank. Because basically what I'm thinking of is like when Alabama quarterback backup.
Yeah, came in and
threw it, and then his interview was like, I want to thank God for everything that's done, bless my family. You know what? That is a mental state of mind, and
Yeah,
maybe that mental process of the peace of mind that
Exactly.
having a higher power. But
Exactly.
I'm also thinking, like, okay, it's taken me 23 years to really kind of dive into this consciousness process. I've never really been on the God train since probably I was like, I don't know, 16. That's when I was like, you know what? I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. These are your guys' beliefs. This is your guys' stuff. I'll go to church for you. But I'm kind of falling out of the train of things, and it's like, you know what? It's not that I don't like want to believe or anything like that, but it's not what I'm going to.
Created everything. Like,
yeah. So we'll cover this definitely. Yeah. Hey, can we get like
that definitely has to do
either
with
viewer questions or Twitter questions? What do they prefer of Kush Cast or Consciousness Cast? One of the two. We'll call it that.
The
next
Cushy
week.
Consciousness Cast.
Yeah, even that, dude. We'll go into that of what we're going to call it when we get the 5 of us together to go over the podcast.
Yeah.
So you're definitely going to come back on for that. I want to do that. Do you have a random thought for us real quick? Because we're approaching that 2 hour
Random
mark.
thought. Oh, man.
I'll let mine run, dude. Way too long.
Let me think real quick. Let's do some fan questions real quick.
Want to do fan questions? Definitely. Yeah, you don't have to have a random thought.
No.
This is your first one.
I'll bring one up.
All right. To Swaggy P. Did you play baseball like Troy? If so, what position?
I did. I was a pitcher for, I wouldn't say my whole career. I tried to be a position guy all the way up to college, and then realized I couldn't hit a curveball. Yeah, things happen like that. And
so, do you mind if I tag in on that question for you?
Go for it.
Yeah, so basically, we played baseball from childhood up.
Yeah.
As growing up, just if you're not in the baseball realm of things, you've played baseball at multiple positions than just an isolated spot.
Yep.
So you played shortstop, third, second, and first. Last position you legitimately played was first besides pitching. You always pitched.
Yeah.
But basically the calling was in college pitching for you. So we went to the same college we've grown up to from preschool and on. So we went to Mendo, which is in Ukiah, California.
Yeah.
And
great school.
Oh yeah, dude. Hey, if you like the Emerald Diamond, great school.
Triangle.
Triangle. Yeah. Emerald Triangle, great school.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, so he's basically ball player through college with me, dude. My first roommate away from home. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Much love. Here we go. Next one. Swaggy P. Dude, I like how they call you Swaggy P.
No.
Said Tanner. I've been calling you Swaggy P a lot, though.
You called me Tanner, though, on the intro.
I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I called you Tanner Paris on the intro, but I said this is Swaggy P, a.k.a. Cushy P now.
It's stuck. It says allow yourself to be great. I wrote it on all my hats. Fucking wrote it in the dirt before every game. My mom used to just say it to me before every baseball game.
It was initials on your hat, though, wasn't it?
AYTBG. But
I remember that shit, dude.
Yeah, Mom just used to say it to me before every game and just help me perform better. Yeah, calm me down type thing. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
So permanent now.
Dude, love it.
Yeah.
Hey, you gonna finish your fucking chess piece?
Eventually.
You gonna go to JD?
No,
the one who did.
I don't know.
All of that,
It's
dude.
either gonna be him or the guy that did my mom and sister's tattoos.
Okay, yeah, Johnny Rotten.
Yeah, he's really good at.
He is, yeah.
What's it called?
Photorealism.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoever said nice jersey to me, thank you very much.
It's
this is
sexy
actually what
jersey.
Tristan got me for Valentine's Day, dude.
Thinking cover 2 holidays in one. Nice.
Fuck yeah! Well, I already have this exact same jersey in red.
Oh, but still 2
But
holidays
dude,
in one.
fucking, I'm Irish.
Yeah,
Fucking love it.
That's a good present.
Thank you. And to whoever is my Zeppelin fan, dude, much love, dude.
Rock on.
Hey, be sure when you're after this podcast, or if you've tuned out by now, just jam out to A Whole Lot of Love for me, please. No.
Read it.
Okay. To me, so do you make forks and spoons at my work? No, we do not make fork spoons. Hey, you forgot fucking knives and straws and sugar and salt and
all
pepper.
that shit we were talking about.
So, no.
Checker napkins.
Max Packaging Co. is a basic bitch company that basically makes... Oh, that's what I fucking forgot to tell you. We shipped out custom kits to the San Diego Padres.
That's cool.
So on Wednesday we shipped out a custom kit to the San Diego Padres.
How big was that? Huge?
Like let's see, it's like 2,000 in a box, and we sent out like 300 boxes.
For the stadium?
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna say.
So basically, like a catering company that is owned by the San Diego Padres. So like if you go to Aces Stadium here in Reno, like all their booths, they'd hand you out. Yeah, so basically all their booths and stuff would hand you out a custom kit that's got a blue gingham napkin with knife, fork, spoon, and whatever, like maybe salt, pepper. I don't know what the fuck was in it. I just loaded it up, and I saw it was going to San Diego, and the dude was telling me. We're also trying to get the Los Angeles Dodgers on that shit too. No, we don't make
SoCal ties.
Yeah, so we don't make the fork, spoons, and knives at our work. We don't have like a molding machine or anything for that, so we get it shipped over from Vietnam and China. I know, I'm sorry, you guys. Hey, not my fucking control. I just got fucking hired on, alright? Alright, what we got?
Alright.
Swaggy P.
Headphones. I don't
Dude,
know.
what do you mean just Swaggy P with the Beats, bro? We're all rocking Beats.
I'm pretty sure these are from Costco, too. Some pretty,
Which ones are yours? Yours are the same ones as mine, right?
I think they might be a little older. They're, I don't know.
I think I got mine in like 2010.
Yeah, they're old.
They're the original Beats over ear.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely recommend them for if you really kind of want to get into. Oh shit. If you want to get into the thing. So this one's to Ryan, who's not here. Ryan is my main heart face. Dude, Ryan, where the fuck you at? Is this his super? No, that's not his wifey. You know what Ryan describes himself as on this podcast? What? The guy who tells dick jokes. He's more than just dick joke guy, for sure.
Fucking. Why would you be proud of that?
To be dick joke guy?
Oh, like as in being an asshole joke guy, or like actual dick joke?
No, like as in like I'm the one who kind of like talks about, because he goes on random thoughts. That's how I explain the consciousness shit to fucking Jake. Ryan's random thought was, what happens if like people who were like musicians like Taylor Swift could only sing for the rest of their lives? So they go to Starbucks and have to sing their order. And he goes, yeah, and then Troy's out here
first.
And he goes, and then Troy's out here fucking going into this consciousness thought. I'm the fucking dick joke guy saying, what happens if you could only sing? If you
see what he's saying.
Yeah, so he's the dick joke guy. To me, what knife is that? This is gonna be the Osborne Benchmade reverse Tonto tip. Fuck. What model number is this, Clay? Do you know? It's the green with purple spine, aluminum. I don't know. It's an Osborne Benchmade. I don't fucking remember. Yeah. I work at Sportsman's. Go to Sportsman's Warehouse if not. Yeah,
they got a great selection. All right. I've been thinking about this one for a little bit.
This one right here?
Yeah.
You go ahead and read it for everybody.
What would the world be like if everybody in the world went blind instantly? I don't know. Fucking mass chaos at first, and then...
You couldn't shoot it.
Yeah, no one would really know what to do, honestly.
I think...
Like you'd
probably for the first year, it'd be fucking chaos.
Oh, straight chaos. Like, but...
Would there be jobs though?
Like humanity might die off pretty quickly because like
I don't know if it'd die off. Think of like how well blind people are doing. So I think the people who'd be very successful
because of people that can see
with the assist of people that can't see.
Just because they have a stick doesn't mean they know where they're at.
I think somebody who's been blind for a while would be doing very well off if the whole world all of a sudden went blind. They're still doing good because you know what?
Oh yeah, because
they still have their seeing eye dogs.
But they've also learned their area, you know, so they would know where they were at. But then that would only take them so far, you know.
I think if you got past all the chaos,
unless if we all went blind, but were able to receive the power of Daredevil, get the little like fucking visions from your hearing,
from hearing shit.
Yeah, it'd be fine, but fucking.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that question past past all the chaos and bad shit. I think if everyone went blind at once, I think the world would be a much less superficial place. for a
there'd
while.
be no judging.
For a while.
And exactly, it's human nature. We'd find a way to judge after that.
For a while, people would then find a way to start judging shit.
Yeah.
Everything. You guys should do a Saturday night, 3 to 4 hours. That would be awesome. Thank you guys.
These were the comments that commented on
Yes, do
this.
it, please. Amateur.
Wow.
Hey, you know what? To everyone who
3 to
fucking
4
said,
hours? Wow.
To everyone who said that, thank you so much for watching this,
Yeah,
dude.
that's
I
awesome.
appreciate it, dude. That's from like the bottom of my heart, dude. You don't understand. I'm gonna give you a little backstory for the people who fucking are saying that shit. This started out as like Ryan and I listening to I started listening to podcasts.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey Ryan, you gotta start watching podcasts. So he started like watching and listening to podcasts. We got into it and I was like, you know what, dude? We could totally do this just you and I. We could have fun, we could make a podcast. So it started out with me going to fucking Best Buy, buying a blue snowball, which isn't even this mic we got right now. It's this fucking, it's this guy right here. Dude, this is the fucking $50.
It's a
I
microphone.
bought this thing for $50 at fucking Best Buy. And what we did is this right here, plugged into Ryan's computer, because he had the newer computer at the time.
Yeah.
Remember those fucking white MacBooks?
Yeah.
So we plugged that shit, because that was my MacBook. Was the white one,
Yeah.
the old
Old
90s
white,
fucking
yeah.
MacBook. So Ryan had a newer like MacBook, like Air Pro or whatever it was. So we plugged it in there. We did GarageBand. I think we did like 2 podcasts, and then maybe if Dr. Clay gets the file for it, we did this thing called Duck Camp. So we went out with Rachel's boyfriend John, Hunter Burkett, me, and Ryan. And we went duck hunting, and dude, we got blackout drunk, and we
With
did
that
it.
thing?
With that thing, we plugged it into Ryan's laptop, and we did a podcast with the 4 of us. Well, Hunter and I were blackout drunk. Ryan was drunk, and John was sitting there on his phone. We got fucking drunk in this trailer at duck hunting, and we just bullshitted for forever, dude.
Damn.
So that's where it started.
That'd be a lot of fun.
And then literally, it was just like come over, like Ryan would come over to my house, and we'd set it up in the shed. We call it the man shed. We'd do podcasts. We'd sit there and we'd drink beer, have the dogs running in and out of the shed. All we had was like a light up on the wall, and we're sitting in front of like one of those lifetime tables. No, it was this. It was all audio, no video. And we just sat there and we bullshit with each other. We opened up with Wheeler Walker Jr.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't give a shit, dude. No one heard any of this. We probably did like 40 podcasts like that with no one hearing it. So everyone who has said that, thank you from the bottom of my heart, dude. This is fucking, thank you so much, dude. Definitely appreciate everything, like you guys watching this, like to have as many viewers that we had. When we did a live video, first one we had was 19 viewers.
Killing it.
Dude, just one more viewer, I am appreciative.
No,
dude.
definitely.
Every single
one
time,
at a time that's all it takes.
So to the person who said that, I'm hoping maybe the Kush cast or the Consciousness cast or the Cushy Conscious
We can
cast
definitely talk about that shit for 4
could
hours.
go 3 to 4 hours. We might do it on a Saturday. If you are not following, this is a good time for me to plug this shit. We got YouTube at Amateur Hour WTG. If you want to follow us on YouTube, if you missed the beginning of it, please subscribe. It definitely helps us out. We also have a Twitter, Amateur Hour WTG, and Instagram, Amateur Hour WTG. So if you can follow all that, Snapchat, Amateur Hour WTG too.
Well, it makes it easy. They're all the same.
So if you can follow all of those things, it's super helpful.
Definitely.
Dr. Clay, the producer, he's always on top of it. He's tweeting it out beforehand. If we have time changes, we have any of this shit, he's like, because we're supposed to start at 4 today.
Yeah.
I was like, hey man, we might be a little bit late.
Fucking
He goes,
Nevada
hey,
basketball, man.
he's like, hey man, I'll tweet it out. Like, I was like, hey, like, let's go for 4:30. So I called you just to see where you were. He's
Yeah.
like, hey man, I'm like trying to find where to park. I'm like, hey, just tweet it out 4:30. I'm gonna go get you. So, dude, Dr. Clay's definitely on top of it. So if you're on Twitter, that'll give you time changes. I know right now it's a little hectic. So follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all Amateur Hour WTG. If you missed any of this, dude, you can go back, rewatch it, dude.
Rewatch this. Watch it 20 times.
Dude, fuck yeah, dude. Have fun. All right.
Fucking. All right. Yeah.
Swaggy P. 2 for you, dude. Let's go.
Well, since it's on me, since those aren't really questions, I'll
Well, you answer the second one. That's a good one to kind of go
I'm
on
with
a
you
little
on the
bit.
God subject. Yeah, I mean, I forget what I really talked about. I talked about how there's not really a god but a higher power, and I don't know how anyone else thinks differently, because I don't know, God, just the word God is just so much more powerful than it should be, and
it's a very kind of like triggered word both ways.
It's definitely a triggered word, and it's been triggered since the beginning of time.
Well, like, I mean, you know, like,
it's the original trigger word.
Like, priests originally could have sex with whoever they wanted, but then all of a sudden priests got more power than kings and lords in the land. So then lords and kings in the land said, like, hey man, that's not being very godly. You're promoting yourself to women and you're letting them influence your decision. Your whole thing should be towards God.
Yeah.
So basically it was to cut them off from women and money. They were ruling money and women.
Exactly. It was for money. Yeah, that's all as far as money.
What I think is, like, think about the times though, because I went over this with Ryan the other day.
Still,
I was with Ryan. Okay, do you know why people in Europe drive on the opposite side of the road of us? I'm sorry for the people who've heard this before.
Why they do? I don't know why.
Okay. England and Europe in general is so old. When people were fighting each other on horseback, they had swords in their right hand, or they had their lance in their right hand. So their dominant hand's holding us, so the opposite side. So they're coming on the opposite. They're coming on this side. That's how old Europe is in general. Yeah. They're going off of driving by the same way horses were coming at them. And think about it, Europe's not as old as China or Asia is, dude.
Yeah, straight up.
So, I mean, that's kind of where you get the corruption and the lack of intellect and all that. What was the last one we got? We got another one?
No, it was...
No, we got another one, dude.
We do?
Yeah,
I got my random thought, though.
Dr. Clay's pulling up. Yeah, you got your random thought ready?
Yeah. All right.
1 second. Let's pull these last... You want to do random thought, or you want to pull these last two up, Dr. Clay? Let's do random.
Okay.
If you guys got questions after this random thought, we'll cover these, and then we're going to go into Ryan's gay song of the week to give him a shout out.
I want to prequel his gay song of the week, though.
Do you know what it is?
With the video, yeah.
Okay.
You need to watch this video. It's kind of where my random thoughts come.
Let's roll into it, dude.
If you could be any celebrity, wake up in their body, and you could be any celebrity.
I got a question for you on that. Are we talking like movie star celebrity, or are we talking
anyone
like athlete, or whoever I view as a celebrity?
Anyone who has like a following more than 500,000 people. But when you woke up in their body, that's the rest of your life. Like, you're them for the rest of your life.
I'm probably gonna...
Or you could stay in your own body.
Dude, now it's a tough question right there. If it was I wake up and have the life of this person, it might be Joe Rogan. Just in the aspect of I like where he's at in his life. See, of being where he doesn't have to do anything where he doesn't want to do.
You wouldn't live. I mean, you would live his life, but it would be your consciousness in his body, so you wouldn't have his thought process.
Yeah, but think about it. I kind of have. That's why I try to, like, overall, like, it'd be very cool to pick like Chris Bryant.
Definitely.
But for the main part, the only thing I know about Chris Bryant, who those who don't know it, is the third baseman for the Chicago Cubs out of Vegas, is he likes to play baseball.
Exactly.
That's basically the only thing I truly know about
his
him.
Life outside of that.
I would not. I could completely destroy his life.
Yeah.
I could have all this talent in the world, but I could destroy his life with my consciousness.
It would have to be somebody you know extremely well.
I think you'd have to be somebody I know extremely well. Not saying I know Joe Rogan extremely well, but I know I like the fact that he doesn't have to do anything that he doesn't want to do. He likes podcasting. I'm loving podcasting, dude. Like I told you, I did podcasting with Ryan for a year and a half without anybody ever listening to this. Yeah. We did it consistently for a year and a half because it was fun. Like, it was literally like kind of like conversations we're having now. It was just kind of like bullshit. It may not have lasted 2 hours. Yeah. Some lasted 2.5. I think Duck Camp went on for like 3. Yeah. But it was fun. And I enjoyed doing it with no one watching. So I wouldn't have to do anything I wouldn't want to do. He enjoys hunting. I love hunting. People know. I mean, I've covered that before him. I'm a huge hunter. He likes working out. I've talked about it multiple times. I've been dying to get back into the gym. I just, like I said, the hardest part right now is to get back into the gym, getting into a routine. So that's the hardest part for me, is getting into the routine of the gym.
Yeah.
So I think if I was in Joe Rogan's life where I don't have to do anything, where I don't want to do, where I'm not working 10 hours a week, or 10 hours a day, 4 days a week, plus potential overtime of 3 jobs, I could be in the gym. I have my own studio. I'm podcasting. I'm archery hunting. And you know what? That also gives me the consciousness to play slow pitch softball at my point in life. You know what? So probably Joe Rogan is where I would go.
That's a good one.
Just overall, from the standpoint of your question.
Yeah. No, that's a good one.
What about you?
I don't have an answer. I really did. It would take me a while for me to really, because I'd really want to.
That's a very on the spot question too. Really, I feel like I evaluated as enough as I could in that amount of time. Yeah,
but no, I mean, I haven't evaluated it quick enough because I like you said, I wouldn't want to fuck up somebody's life. You know?
Right? Like, I mean, sure, dude. Of course, I want to fucking play baseball professionally.
Exactly.
But if it's my consciousness in this other dude's body, and it's my consciousness is basically taking over, I could fuck up that dude's life. Granted, I don't think I would fuck up Chris Bryant's life and career. But again, like, that's a dude who's married.
Yeah.
What happens if my consciousness sees her and is like, yeah, you know what, I'm not in love with you? That'd be a rough life just in general. And then that brings home shit into playing shit. Maybe I'm going way too in depth on this. But
no, yeah,
I feel like at that point,
deeper than I thought about it.
But yeah, if it's my consciousness taking over, like from this point on, taking over this person's body, it could be fucking up somebody else's life.
True.
And I think the easiest transition wise of things I like to do and want to do and where I'm at in my life would probably be Joe Rogan. I want you to think about your random thought and bring it back on, tweet it out, Cushcast, Consciousness Cast, Cushy Conscious Cast.
Definitely, I will. I mean, I don't have a Twitter, but
nah, dude, you don't have. Shout out. What's your? You got Instagram? Shout that shit out. Is it still Wider London?
No, I don't go on shit anymore. I don't even want to shout that out.
Remember when you had? What were you? You were like something like T Paris, and then you go, I'm gonna go Wider London because what's the opposite of Tanner? White. What's the opposite of Paris? London.
I couldn't really think of an opposite of Paris, so I just thought of another fucking city. But no, yeah. Before we play fucking Ryan's gay song.
Okay, hang on. Real quick, let's run through these. We'll go video you got, gay song.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Shout it out.
To Troy. They want to hear Duck Camp do a Tuesday/Wednesday on reaction to do the old podcast. Yes. Is that like somebody else saying yes? Yeah. All right. I would love to play you guys Duck Camp. My thing right now is, I guess the question would be either come back to us like right now if you can, if you're still watching, or later. Would be, can you, do you want us to listen to Duck Camp and like go over like mine and Ryan's reactions to Duck Camp, or do you just want to hear it? So just put like an audio file up with like the amateur hour logo. That'd be my question right now. Because if you want our reaction to it, I'm more than welcome to do that, dude. We can do that. Be prepared, though, for like, I think it's like 4 hours. Yes. Prepare for 4 hours with commentary. That's my question. To Ryan and myself, I heard you getting equipment. Can't wait. Showed all my friends. Excellent, dude. Thanks for showing all your friends. Definitely appreciate the following. Dr. Clay, what are we looking at? Like next week, 2 weeks? 2 weeks?
Within 4 weeks, we'll have everything.
Within 4 weeks, I think we should at least have. Okay, I'm saying. It may be 5 weeks just because of the Chicago trip. Yeah. But in maybe 5 weeks, we'll probably have interface and at least headphones and mics for the 3 of us. We're going to try and get more. It's going to be like an individual mic where it's just me, and individual mic just you. So like we're each gonna have
big time.
Oh, we're gonna do it, and then you're gonna have your own headphones. So no more Beats, guys. I'm sorry. We'll shout out fucking Beats though. Swaggy P, that's you, dude. Read it.
I don't like that answer. Drake. On the celebrity, I'd be Drake. I want to drive a fucking McLaren.
Okay.
Drake, really?
I want the person who asked that question or commented on that.
Yeah, they
think about it. Are you
quickly?
Think about it. Drake's badass, dude. Who wouldn't want to drive that? But I want you to think about like the way I thought about it. At least I think.
Fair
if
enough.
you took Drake's body and his fame and his following and everything, your consciousness, the way you are as a person, your personality and everything, would you fuck him up?
Or be just
or would you maintain just as successful?
Yes.
I don't know if I could be as successful as Joe Rogan.
Or Drake.
Well, I'm just saying, like, from what my answer was.
No,
I don't think
that's what I'm saying for these guys. Like, I don't think they thought about that to where, like, because he's probably one of the most successful artists of all time.
Right? But, like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, if my consciousness just involves in Joe Rogan, I may drop in, like, podcast popularity and YouTube, like, videos, but I'd probably climb my way back up the more I do it. Because that's all I'm doing, yeah, you know?
Yeah. True.
Cool. So, like, that's my thing.
Yeah.
To me, yes, I do have a girlfriend. Her name is Tristan. I don't know if you've heard me talk about her. I've talked about her a few times on this podcast. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about that.
That was a weird one.
But to Ryan, you know, he is a single cat, dude.
Yeah, get at Ryan.
Get at Ryan, dude. He's a catch. Get at Swaggy P, dude. Hey, what we lose? We lost something? We got another one. We got another one, guy.
They got. Oh, there's another one already. Wow. Was it a reply?
It's probably a reply, yeah.
No.
No. For the most part. All right, hang on. We're waiting for Dr. Clay to pull his shit up. Oh, Mr. Single. You know what? I'm gonna shout this shit out on the fucking podcast.
Oh, that's sketchy.
I don't care, dude.
Sorry, Ryan.
Hey, Mr. Single. Hang on, let me get his number. Read the next question for me, dude. As I pull up Ryan's number for Mrs. Single.
I'm too fucking addicted. I want more podcasts.
You want more podcasts? What are you talking about?
You gotta get on every day, dude. Every day.
Every day, dude?
Oh, that's a lot.
When are we doing the next one?
Tuesday,
Wednesday? Cool. So, I guess Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll be back at you guys. 6 o'clock? Yeah, I think I'm good at 6. Probably Tuesday. Hey, so, okay, here we go. I appreciate that, you guys.
What does the rest of it say?
Hey, okay, you gotta read that, dude.
That's funny.
Read that for me. Like, I appreciate it.
How the fuck are these guys not famous yet? I'm recording this just to show people in 1 year that I was here from the beginning.
Hey, I appreciate you, dude.
True fan.
That's a true fan right here. Thank you, everybody. All right, to Ryan. What's your number, Mr. Single? Well, hey, since Mr. Single's not here, I'll give you his number right now.
I hope he's watching.
Hey, Ryan. Chamberlain, this is what you fucking get for not showing up to the fucking podcast.
Yeah, you fucking fantasy queer.
So one is obviously American phone number 775-376-2813. Please hit up my boy, Mr. Ryan Hettich.
Oh, I hope his phone starts blowing
up. RyanHettich. Hey, just hit him up. If you are going to text him right now, go, hey, Chamberlain, just watched your podcast you missed. D'Artagnan sent me your way. Dude, hell yeah.
That's good.
All right, what's the video you got for me, brother?
All right, I don't know if you can pull it up on here, but Freaky Friday.
And hey, just pull it up maybe for us, and then if not, we can send them what the link is, and I'm gonna pull up Ryan's gay song of the week. Freaky Friday? Is that what it was?
Yeah, you're gonna. Yeah, you're gonna enjoy this.
Am I? Yeah. Alright, dude. Oh, dude, you know what's a great fucking, speaking of this shit, that's kind of like made me think of it? Instagram account to follow, if you high. One word.
Really?
Dude, I'll show you after. Stellar account to watch, bro.
Yeah, so they switched bodies. That's where that came from.
Oh, it's a Freaky Friday shit, dude. Alright, I'm gonna have to pee here in a second, so let's pause this. I want to watch it when we're done. But we're gonna fade out to fucking Ryan's gay song of the week. Clay, pull up the fucking file for what we're listening to. All right.
What song is this?
Swaggy P. I want you to see if you can guess it. You ready?
Some Bruno Mars.
You know it. What is it?
24 Karat Magic, huh?
No, dude, that's what I like.
That's okay.
It's Bruno Mars. That's what I like. Hey, everybody. Dude, so much love. Thank you guys for watching and listening. I appreciate you so much. We'll be back most likely Tuesday. Check the Twitter, Amateur WTG. If you missed the beginning or any part of this, you want to go back and rewatch YouTube. If you want to like just swipe up to go to the Twitch account, follow us on Snapchat, right? Excellent, dude. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you.